down that we just do what we do well. And if we do that, we got a chance to win it.
Kozel hits a high fly ball right field. He hit it deep. He hit it back. He hit it out of here. And it's a 3-run homer for Cam Kozel. Pitch from Grubbs is swung on and belted way back into left center field. Back it goes. It's gone. And Kahio Aloy's got the Hogs on the scoreboard.
We've got to come through with a big hit here and there and put some pressure on some people.
Ground ball shortstop could be two. Aloy comes up, makes the play, gives to Kozel one. Relay, rack him up. There you go. Line drive left center. Davalon on his horse, sliding, and a great catch by Davalon to end the inning.
Just play the game that's in front of you, play hard, see what happens, and get ready for the future.
Gackle is ready. The target's on the outside. Here it comes. He struck him out looking. Gackle strikes out the side.
On the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield, you're listening to Arkansas baseball in the College World Series. You're tuned in to the Built Ford Tough Dugout Show, presented by your Arkansas Ford dealers. Test drive the Ford F-150, the official truck of the Razorbacks, at a dealer near you. Today's game broadcast is sponsored by Oak Lawn Hot Springs, Arkansas's only casino resort, by Ballpark, the official hot dog of the Razorbacks, the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas, reliable, affordable, responsible power, by Kubota, for Earth, for Life, Modelo Especial, brewed for full-time Razorback fans, by Roller Funeral Homes. For 3 generations, the Razorback Nation has trusted the Roller family to serve yours with all our respect. Also sponsored by Edward Jones. Find a financial advisor near you at edwardjones.com. Your local Toyota dealer. Toyota, let's go places. By Armor Bank. With locations across this great state, Armor Bank simplifies banking. Arkansas Scholarship Lottery. This is winning. By Go-Go Squeeze. For active people, Go-Go Squeeze Active Fruit Blend with electrolytes can help replenish the essential minerals lost during exercise. By Greenway Equipment. Equipment that works as hard as you do. VASF. We create chemistry. By Fish City Grill. Friendly folks. Serious seafood. And by the Arkansas Department of Health. Quit tobacco. We can help. The countdown is on as the Hogs prepare for the first pitch in Omaha. Now, inside Charles Schwab Field, here's the voice of the Razorbacks, Phil Elson.
Monday afternoon, downtown Omaha means it's an elimination game for the Razorbacks. Murray State is the opponent today. Murray State fell 6-4 Saturday afternoon before the Razorbacks fell to Cade Anderson and LSU by a 4-1 final score. They faced the best pitcher in the tournament. Just couldn't overcome that one. 4 base hits, 1 run, lowest output for the Razorbacks in the NCAA tournament. And now for the first time, their backs are up against the wall with the potential end of the season staring them right in the face here in Omaha, at the home of the College World Series here at Charles Schwab Field, where they'll take on the Racers, a team that Arkansas swept last year. And there are quite a few players left from that ball club. This Murray State team obviously is incredibly tough. They're 44-16. They won the Missouri Valley Conference. They won the tournament there. Then they win a regional in Oxford, taking down Ole Miss 2 out of 3 times. And they didn't just win a super regional in Durham. They also lost the first game to the Duke Blue Devils and then found a way to pick up back-to-back victories. My partner, former Razorback great Bubba Carpenter, a member of the University of Arkansas Hall of Honor, and also somebody that knows what it feels like to have your back up against the wall. This is not a team, Bubba, that would like to have the season end. And truthfully, I think they come in a very confident team, knowing that they don't have to face a pitcher quite of the level of Cade Anderson today.
Yeah, you're right, Phil. I don't think these guys are fazed by it. I mean, and if there's a team built to come back out of the loser's bracket, I think it's this team right here. Just the mindset of the team, the talent on the team. You got to get, four wins, 4 days. What is that, 105 outs? How many is that?
You want to make me do math in the first segment now that I wasn't prepared for?
Yeah, we just got it. But it's a cliche, one game at a time, and that's kind of what we got to do right now.
That's right. So you don't have to worry too much about tomorrow or the day after or Thursday or whoever your next opponents could be, because all you got to do here is just focus on the next 9 innings. And a Murray State team that's got exactly the same mindset, and a team that's already faced that mindset a couple of times. Gage Wood will get the ball for the Razorbacks today. It was tough to watch Zach Root have a struggle in the second inning against LSU. Gabe Gackle gave them 6 great innings, saved a lot of the bullpen, but you knew Wood would get the ball for game 2. And Isaac Silva, a sinker-slider guy that finished 9-2 so far with an ERA just over 5 for Murray State. I thought last week, Bubba, although Wood wasn't the dominant Gage Wood that we saw against Creighton, he made some really good pitches when he needed to against that tough Tennessee lineup. So hopefully we see the Gage Wood that threw against Creighton, but the Gage that pitched against Tennessee last week would do as well.
Yeah, I think so, Phil. And, the thing is, you look at this Murray State team, offensively they hit 323, I think, against righties, like 279 against lefties. So you would think the common sense thing would be to throw a lefty, but not if you've got a Gage Wood sitting in there waiting, ready to go, because Gage isn't your typical righty. His fastball plays upper 90s, high carry. These guys probably haven't seen a lot of Gage Wood fastballs this season, so I think it's going to be tough for them.
It's also going to be the hottest day of the season. Currently it is 86 degrees in downtown. Feels a little bit warmer, and it's going to get quite a bit warmer, up to 94 degrees. Bubba, the wind looks like it's blowing out a little bit, and I think we may have some hitters' conditions. What do you think?
I think so. It's the wind's kind of shifting around a little bit, but on a day like today, typically the wind will carry more to that right field side, so we'll see what happens. But I expect a big offensive output, and a big sigh of relief. We faced Cade Anderson 2 days ago, best pitcher in the country. I think anything else out on the mound is going to look good to the Razorback hitters.
Yeah, you're right, the wind is shifting, because about 15 minutes ago it was blowing out. Now it's blowing straight in. Lots to get to here on our Built Ford Tough Dugout Show. As always, presented by the Arkansas Ford dealers and the Ford F-150. Like the Razorbacks, this truck has a strong tradition. It's earned by outstanding capability and smart features like a mobile generator. That's how to create a legacy, and the official truck of the Razorbacks. Going to have first pitch at 7 minutes after 1 o'clock, as Arkansas today will be the visitor. Murray State will be the home team. And we have our pregame talk with head coach Dave Van Horn right after this from Coca-Cola.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
Summit Utilities is proud to be a part of your community, and helping you save energy is important to us. That's why we offer a variety of rebates and energy-saving programs so you can do more and spend less. From your business to home, we've got you covered. Water heaters, furnaces, food service equipment, commercial and industrial systems. Yes! Save on all of it. Visit summitutilities.com to learn about our energy-saving programs.
Stay tuned. We'll have more of the Built Ford Tough Dugout Show, presented by your Arkansas Ford dealers and the Ford F-150 coming up. This is Arkansas Baseball from Learfield.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more reliability and versatility built in, like Kubota BX and L Series compact tractors, rated #1 in durability and owner experience. Z Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Visit your local Kubota dealer for a demo today.
Visit ArkansasKubotaDealers.com to find a dealer near you.
Our care clinics are your hometown source for primary medical care. Our doctors, nurses, and counselors can help patients of all ages with anything from common colds and immunizations to depression, anxiety, and chronic diseases. Our network includes both home delivery and local pharmacies to fulfill your prescriptions. If you don't have insurance, it's okay. We can help with that too. And no one is turned away. With more than 90 locations in Arkansas, there's a good chance we're in your hometown. Look us up at ourcare.net.
Welcome back to the Built Ford Tough Dugout Show, presented by your Arkansas Ford dealers. Test drive Ford F-150, the official truck of the Razorbacks, at a dealer near you. Time now to head inside the Hogs dugout and hear from head coach Dave Van Horn. Here's the voice of the Razorbacks, Phil Elson.
Dave, for the first time here in the NCAA tournament, your team is facing elimination. What was yesterday like after the loss to LSU?
Yeah, we got out of the hotel pretty early and went out and got out in the sun, went over to Creighton Prep High School, all turf field, so it was pretty warm out there on that stuff. And we started about 11 o'clock and just talked about what we need to do, and that's take care of business the next game. That's all we need to worry about. And it was good to see the guys bounce around, smiling, kind of moving on from the loss and try to get focused in on the task at hand.
You faced a great pitcher in Cade Anderson with LSU in Game 1. So when you talk about moving on, it's much more about the rest of the pitchers that you're facing. And throughout the whole season, your team has put up a lot of runs. That's what it's about now.
It is. We got to score. And, you never know. I might say that it's 2-1 today, but we need to score runs. You want to stick around in here. We got to score, take a little pressure off our pitchers and our defense and swing the bats and move people around and get on the board. It'd be nice to get on early, get ahead of somebody.
It's the way you put it, and I think of Game 1. It was one of those games where you think, well, that's baseball, because some of the things just ended up going in LSU's way. But one way to make sure that those things aren't a factor is really just to knock the ball around, right?
Yeah, it's all. The other day it was just one bad inning, and you could see it happening. A walk and then an 0-2 walk. Really good job by their hitter, fouling off a lot of pitches, and then beautiful bunt. And we knew he was a really good bunter, but I don't think we could defend that one even if we were playing even with the bag, because he can hit. He's hit 3-hole for them. They moved him down the order. They had their leadoff man hitting like 7, 6, 7, 8, and then the 3-hole hitter was hitting down there, and it was an interesting lineup, but they put together one inning against us, and it was enough.
Gabe Gackel's performance was really important in the context of the tournament, just in saving a lot of your pitchers, which you're hoping that you need for the rest of the week.
Yeah, we were hoping he could go out there and give us 5 and give us a chance to get back, and I think he gave us 6, somewhere in there, and just did a great job and gave us a chance to win the game. That's the main thing. We were trying to get back in the game, and we did when Reese hit the homer, and then we had a couple runners on and we didn't score. We were just trying to get it to 1 going into the 9th. Anything can happen, and yeah, it was a tough one, but he did a tremendous job of saving our bullpen for today and hopefully more games.
More with Coach Van Horn here before Arkansas takes on Murray State in a moment on the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
The Hog Call, the siren song of the Cardinal and White. Heard in every corner of Baum Walker Stadium, it's a clear warning for any foe that dares get in their way. Ford knows that strong traditions start with leadership, like Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 48 years straight. Drive F-150, official truck of the Razorbacks, only at your Arkansas Ford dealer, based on 1977 to 2024 total sales.
Look, you already know eating right and staying active make a big difference, but weight loss surgery could get you back in the game. Check out the Bariatric and Metabolic Institute at Encore Medical Center in Saline County, part of the Arkansas Heart Hospital team. Their bariatric experts can help you lose the extra weight, get off medications, manage diabetes, and more. Visit arheart.com/BMI now for details. That's arheart.com/BMI for weight loss surgery. Your ticket to better health.
Why hold a parade that only goes 1 block? What in the world is a bathtub race? And how can one town be the training ground for American Pharaoh and the former playground of Al Capone? That's just Hot Springs being Hot Springs. Between thermal waters, thoroughbreds, and the world's shortest St. Patrick's Day parade, this town isn't trying to be unique. It just comes naturally. Come experience this slightly unconventional and completely wonderful place called Hot Springs, Arkansas. For more info, visit hotsprings.org.
We'll be back with more of the Built Ford Tough Dugout Show, presented by your Arkansas Ford dealers and the Ford F-150 after this short break. You're listening to the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
As we all live longer, age really is just a number, but retirement is so much more than one. Edward Jones Financial Advisors want to know what you want out of your retirement so we can help you get there. Together, we can look at the big picture and make a strategy to help you reach your goals, because you can't prepare for the unexpected if you don't know where you're headed. Contact your local Edward Jones Financial Advisor to get started today. Visit edwardjones.com or stop by your local Edward Jones office. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Are you looking for a venue to watch sports while enjoying great food from a chef-driven menu? Are you needing an event space for large gatherings, for birthdays, rehearsal dinners, or company meetings and holiday parties? Farrell's Lounge Bar and Grill is Northwest Arkansas's premier sports bar and event space with 24 high-def TVs, 35 beers on tap, extensive menu offerings, and a full bar. Farrell's is the destination for any sports or food fanatic. For more info, go to farrellslounge.com. Farrell's Lounge on Dixon Street, Fayetteville.
Our pregame visit with head coach Dave Van Horn continues on the Built Ford Tough Dugout Show, presented by your Arkansas Ford dealers. Test drive Ford F-150, the official truck of the Razorbacks, at a dealer near you. Now, once again, with Coach Van Horn, here's Phil Elson.
Murray State, an opponent you guys played last year at Boehm Walker in a 3-game series. Obviously, it's a much different team, but there are some guys that are left here, and I think about Murray State just has been, they got to be a really scrappy club.
They are. You don't go on the road to an SEC regional and get out of there very rarely, mid-major school, and then to do it again, to go to an ACC school on the road again at Duke, and do what they did. So to get here, they've gone a tough road. They deserve to be here, and they're very well coached, and they're very old. I mean, you look at their lineup and who's playing. It's a lot of seniors and redshirt juniors and redshirt seniors and grads, and they're just playing. And we know that we have to play really well today to beat them. We cannot look past them or our season will end.
How do you feel about Gage Wood today?
I feel good. He's well rested. Didn't throw a lot of pitches last weekend. Got to watch, yesterday or the day before, and kind of get an idea of what was going on here and the atmosphere, and hopefully he'll go out there and just pound the strike zone. And this is a team that'll take their walks if you don't throw strikes. So hopefully he'll throw strike one, and we'll go from there.
When you talk in the context of, we got to take this one game at a time, is that also how you manage pitchers? Is it just about winning this game and not necessarily saving anybody?
Oh, it is. You can't save anybody. If we're fortunate enough to win today and we use 7 pitchers, and we'll just figure out how we're going to handle it tomorrow, after the game tonight. So you can't leave anything for chance or just guessing on hope and things. You just got to go do what you see, make moves, and go from there.
The pitcher they're throwing today, at least as the starter, is Silva. Sinker slider. Is he going to focus low in the strike zone?
Yeah, watching the video of him, he's just 3-quarter arm slot. Lefties has handled him a little bit. Lefty, right-hander's not quite as good, and that's usually the case on a guy that has this type of delivery. But he's a guy that can eat up some innings, but he's given up some innings too. But he's a warrior out there. Honestly, you look at what he's done the last 2 weekends, pitching a couple times, I think, each weekend for him, and just fighting for his team. So he's going to be tough.
I think this is going to be the hottest day of the season. 94 degrees, and it really feels like a good day to hit.
Yeah, it's warm already, and it's still morning. So, but same for both teams. And we got to prepare for it yesterday. Start hydrating and mentally getting ready for a hot day.
Good luck against the Racers, Dave.
All right, thank you.
Stay with us for the lineups for the Racers and the Hogs in a moment. This is Arkansas Baseball in Omaha from Learfield.
The electric cooperatives got its start lighting Arkansas, and we continue to meet that demand with every resource we can deliver. We're powering your life where you live every single day through one of 17 local cooperatives, each unique, always united, and in your community. Our mission? To provide reliable, affordable, and responsible power to every corner of Arkansas. It's the local hometown cooperative way, because we're better connected together. The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas.
Make every day an epic day while driving your new Nissan Armada from Trotter Nissan and Saracen Casino Resort. This top-of-the-line Platinum Reserve Edition is a dream drive for wherever your adventure takes you. And you can win this premium SUV from Saracen Casino this month. Play today for your chance at winning Nissan's Armada Platinum Reserve that will take you everywhere and anywhere in style.
Saracen Casino Resort, Vegas, Arkansas style.
Gambling problem? Call 800-GAMBLER.
Hey Razorback fans, Phil Elson here with some fantastic news. Harps Food Stores has a game-changing mobile app called My Hometown Rewards. With this app, you can unlock incredible savings, get exclusive deals, personalized coupons, and even a digital shopping list, all at your fingertips. And as a new feature, coupon savings are now offered instantly at checkout. Whether you're stocking up for the big game or just grabbing some snacks, the My Hometown Rewards app from Harps makes it easy. It's a win-win for Razorback fans like you. Harps, hometown fresh.
Stay tuned. We'll have more of the Built Ford Tough Dugout Show, presented by your Arkansas Ford dealers and the Ford F-150 coming up. This is Arkansas Baseball from Learfield.
The 11th game of the SEC football tradition known as the Battle Line Rivalry between your Arkansas Razorbacks and the Mizzou Tigers is complete. Look for the tradition presented by Shelter Insurance to grow in the coming years as we continue to heat up the border and support our student athletes with this new rivalry, the Battle Line Rivalry, presented by Shelter Insurance. Find a Shelter agent near you at shelterinsurance.com.
If your day sounds like,
we need the report ASAP,
you deserve Modelo. If you've persevered through, you deserve this rich golden lager with a crisp but refreshing taste. Or if you overcame,
2 more rings, 2 more.
You deserve this ice cold reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
First pitch again is going to be 107 here at Charles Schwab Field, which Arkansas and Murray State will be playing in bright sunshine, and the first time these programs ever meet in the postseason. In fact, this will be the first time that Arkansas and Murray State meet in a game that's not played in Fayetteville. Hogs have won 8 games, losing none against Murray State in a series that dates back to 1986. Resumed again in 2021. Arkansas swept them 3 in a row. There was one tight game in that series, and then the last time the Razorbacks played Murray State last year, it was the 3rd week of the season. The Hogs swept them 5-1, 11-1, and 5-3 were the final scores. Murray State batted 140 in that series, scored 5 runs, and Arkansas pitchers struck out half of the 100 batters that they faced. Let's get a look at the starting lineups for the Razorbacks and the Murray State Racers for both of their second game of the College World Series. Murray State's 44-16. They're 5-3 in the NCAA tournament, and they're dangerous no matter where they're playing. 9-2 on a neutral site. They also was 17-8 when playing on an opponent's home field. Hogs enter 48-14 with a 5-1 NCAA tournament record. They are 3-3 on a neutral site. Starting lineups presented by Daspit Law Firm, proud to be the official injury lawyers of the Razorbacks. Hogs will be the visitors. We'll start with them. Here's Dave Van Horn's lineup. It's Charles Davalon batting leadoff in left field. Enters with a team-high .353 batting average and a streak of 15 games in a row reaching base. Shortstop Vahiba Aloy hitting second. Logan Maxwell coming off a rare 0-for-4 on Saturday, back in the 3-hole playing right field. Ryder Helfrich also had a rare 0-for on Saturday. He'll bat cleanup and catch. Cam Kojul, the local product here. The Hogs practiced at his high school, Millard South, on Friday. Yesterday they practiced at Creighton Prep High School. Kojul's the 5-hitter and second baseman. Designated hitter Kuhio Aloy batting 6th. Third baseman Brent Iredale bats 7th. Reese Robinette with the home run for the only Arkansas run on Saturday, batting 8th. It's Reese's 3rd jack. And number 9 batter is center fielder Justin Thomas Jr. That's Davalon in left, Vahiba at short, Maxwell in right, Helfrich catching. Kojul second base, Kuhio DH, Iredale third base, Robinette first base, Thomas in center. And Dan Skirka is the head coach for Murray State, 7th year at the helm. Jonathan Hogart, the leadoff batter for the Racers. He leads them with 22 home runs and 26 doubles. He'll play center field as well. Their leading hitter is Dustin Mercer, .359 batting average, has the highest average in the tournament for anybody still playing at .514. Mercer playing right field. Carson Garner, the number 3 batter at third base. Dom Decker, second baseman, batting cleanup. Luke Mistoni is the first baseman, batting fifth. Will Vierling, transfer out of Louisville, batting sixth and catching. Dan Talkin is the left fielder, leads them with 77 runs batted in. He'll bat seventh. Charlie Jury's an interesting choice for the DH. Jury's only started in 6 games this year. He'll be the DH for the Racers, batting eighth. And Connor Cunningham, a product of Batesville and Conway, is the number 9 batter. He'll be at shortstop. The Racers again are Hogart in center, Mercer in right, Garner at third, Decker cleaning up at second base, Mistoni first base, Vierling catching, Talkin left field, Jury DH, Cunningham shortstop. And the matchup on the pitcher's mound is Razorback right-hander Gage Wood, Jr. from Batesville, start number 10, records 3-1. Batters hit .241. He's completed 28 2/3 with 7 walks, 50 strikeouts, .502 ERA. Gage has made 2 starts in the postseason. Batters hitting .182 against him, and his ERA is .386 in the NCAA postseason. Isaac Silva is the starter today for Murray State. Silva is also a right-hander, 6'2", a senior. He's from Las Cruces, New Mexico, transferred after playing at Troy last year. He's 9-2, .248 average allowed, 81 1/3 innings, 34 walks, 74 Ks. His ERA is .509, but his earned run average in 3 starts in the postseason is .988. The Hogs approach the first base line. Murray State from the third base dugout. National anthem in a moment. We'll also return with Bubba Carpenter's keys to the game as you've been here on the Built Ford Tough Dugout Show. Arkansas and Murray State coming up in about 10 minutes. This is the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
At UAMS, we're advancing, taking benchmark research to the bedside to offer patients the latest treatments and clinical trials. We're leading, providing access to the state's most comprehensive team of medical experts through our statewide network of clinics and virtual care. And we're educating, training the next generation of healthcare leaders and innovators. As the state's only health sciences university, UAMS is creating a better state of health for you.
Sonic Radio. CIO here. You're listening to the Not So Late Show. To celebrate half-price shakes after 5 p.m. at Sonic, we're coming to you live from Sonic Drive-In after dark-ish. Oh yeah, half-price shakes after 5 p.m. The Not So Late Show. No rules, just cool, deep voices and shakes. Strawberry, chocolate, vanilla, and more. You get it.
Sonic hand mixed shakes are half price after 5 p.m. Live free, eat Sonic. Exclusions apply. Limited time only at participating Sonic drive-ins.
Quit tobacco today with Be Well Arkansas. Be Well Arkansas can help you be healthier, happier, and more active by quitting tobacco. And you can do it all with local resources at no cost to you. Call 833-283-WELL or visit BeWellArkansas.org today for free help, because it's never too late to be well. Brought to you by the Arkansas Department of Health, your tobacco settlement dollars at work, and Be Well Arkansas.
We'll be back with more of the Built Ford Tough Dugout Show, presented by your Arkansas Ford dealers and the Ford F-150 after this short break. You're listening to the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Experience Razorback football on the Hill this fall as quarterback Taylon Green, defensive stalwart Cam Ball, and the Hogs will be returning to action for great home matchups, including the August 30th home opener. The first ever matchup with Notre Dame, the Fighting Irish, on September 27th, and a matchup against Texas A&M inside Razorback Stadium for the first time since 2013. Secure your tickets online right now at ArkansasRazorbacks.com.
get to be able to do that on this stage. The job's not finished. Still got more to do.
Root's 0-1. Braswell bunts back to the pitcher, and Root tries to dive to the runner, and he dives and he tags him, and he got him. What a play by Zach Root.
When your starting pitcher is showing the team in the field, and players in the dugout, and coaches that he's going to be all right there in the zone, and with electric stuff, you get excited. You get in and out of that dugout quick.
A swing and a high drive to right field again for the second time in the game. Big Country out of here for the lead. Oh my goodness, he hit it over the video board. It's swimming with the fishes.
One thing that this team does a really good job is just turning the page. I feel like everybody comes to the field with a smile.
The energy in, the next day, just staying positive. Goal is to win the game that day and not worry about what happened in the past.
Welcome to live play-by-play coverage of the Omaha Hogs in the College World Series. Razorback Baseball is brought to you by Westrock Coffee, produced right here in Arkansas. Westrock is proud to be the official coffee of the Razorbacks. Your Arkansas Ford dealers. Test drive Ford F-150, the official truck of the Razorbacks, at a dealer near you. By Arkansas Blue Cross and Blue Shield, trusted by Arkansans for more than 75 years for reliable, affordable health insurance. Take good care, Arkansas. Coca-Cola, proud to be the official soft drink sponsor of the Razorbacks. Saracen Casino Resort, Vegas, Arkansas style. Sonic Drive-In. Sonic has been a proud sponsor of Razorback Athletics for over 25 years. Live free. Eat Sonic. By UAMS Health, the official orthopedics and sports medicine provider for the Razorbacks. First Security Bank. It's banking with people you know and people you know you can count on. First Security. Bank better. By Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Please drink responsibly. Summit Utilities, delivering natural gas to Razorback fans across Arkansas. By Shelter Insurance. For award-winning service, find an agent near you at shelterinsurance.com. Bud Anderson, the official heating and cooling provider of the Razorbacks. By Harps, quality foods, hometown fresh. It's that simple at Harps. Arkansas Heart Hospital, dedicated to your heart. And by Visit Hot Springs. Time for a road trip to Hot Springs, Arkansas. Learn more at hotsprings.org.
I've said this all year that this is a special group. These guys have fun.
Inside Charles Schwab Field with Bubba Carpenter. Here's Phil Elson.
A hot one on a Monday afternoon and an Elimination Monday game with the Arkansas Razorbacks and the Murray State Racers. Dave Van Horn has reached across home plate with Dan Skirka. They're handing out the lineup cards to the umpires who can go through the ground rules. And we're just moments away from baseball. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield. Well, you knew you'd be playing on a Monday. You'd hope you'd be playing on a Monday night. Turns out it's a Monday afternoon. The Hogs are staring the potential end of the season in their faces, but so is Murray State on the other side of the dugout. Let's have our keys to the game. They're being presented by Keller Williams Market Pro Realty. Visit them at kwrazorbacks.com because every Hog needs a new home. My partner, Bubba Carpenter, former Razorback great, member of the University of Arkansas Hall of Honor. Nobody's ready for the season to end. How do they extend it at least another day?
I tell you, we don't want an inning to happen like we had Saturday where you walk a couple guys. In a ballpark like this, you got to throw the ball over the plate. Two good hitting teams, though. I feel like we're going to out-hit these guys. The key, we're facing a veteran righty, Isaac Silva. We got to hunt the ball up. He's a sinker-slider guy. The key to hunting a sinker-slider guy, hunt the ball up. If you chase his pitch down in the zone, you're going to hit ground balls in the infield all day. Hunt the ball up and do some damage when you get one.
There's going to be some pitches to hit today. There's going to be more pitches to hit than Arkansas got on Saturday. I don't think there's any two ways about that. This team looks ready to go. And they get to bat first, which actually I think is a good thing today.
I do too. And, I got a chance to talk to some of the hitters, and they cannot wait to get out here today and see a dude out there on the bump and go to work. So I think we're going to put up some runs today, Phil.
LSU and UCLA tonight, 6 o'clock. They may be dodging some rain, some hail, and some lightning, so maybe that game goes a little bit long. The Hogs get the loser of that game tomorrow evening. Stay with us. It's first pitch in Omaha with the Hogs and the Murray State Racers after this from Oaklawn and Hot Springs.
Experience luxury at Oaklawn Hot Springs, Arkansas, where the excitement never stops. Elevate your gaming experience at our world-class smoke-free casino and enjoy an unparalleled stay at our hotel. Find bliss at the Astral Spa, embark on culinary adventures, and witness the thrill of live thoroughbred racing through May 3rd. To book your experience, visit oaklawn.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
With Toyota's versatile SUVs, you'll be ready for any adventure, no matter who you're adventuring with. Bringing your furry co-pilot along? The RAV4's Power Pack Performance is bound to spark some zoo crime. Scoop them up in the Corolla Cross. Its sleek design will make up for the fact that you're always fashionably late. No matter who you're rolling with, there's a Toyota SUV fit just for you. Visit your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota is a proud sponsor of Razorback Athletics. Razorback power, razor sharp style. Toyota, let's go places. See packages and options at toyota.com for feature availability.
The Omaha Hogs play here. The Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
Go-Go Squeeze is super excited to be on the field with University of Arkansas athletes. With a variety of deliciously fruity flavors, there's something for the whole Razorback family to enjoy. Go-Go Squeeze offers delicious fruit blend pouches that are gluten-free and nut-free. For active people, Go-Go Squeeze Active Fruit Blend with electrolytes can help replenish some of the essential minerals lost during exercise. Check out our whole line of pantry-friendly fruit and dairy products at most major retailers and online. So grab a Go-Go Squeeze and let's cheer on our Razorbacks together. Go Hogs!
Wood Power Sports is passionate about serving your off-road and on-road needs. Between our 3 locations, we carry brands like Polaris, Can-Am, Kawasaki, Honda, Yamaha, KTM, CF Moto, and Suzuki. We are your one-stop shop for everything power sports. Our service and parts teams are experienced and will work hard to keep you and your vehicle on the road or trail. Come see us in Fayetteville, Springdale, or Harrison, or visit us online at woodpowersports.com. We look forward to earning your business. Wood Power Sports, a solid name you can trust. Go Hogs!
Just about ready to go here. Watching Isaac Silva warm up. Purple glove, Bubba. Thought we would be done with the purple, but he's got a bright purple glove, which really stands out on that Murray State uniform, which is cream colored. He's got his socks hiked all the way up. They've got navy blue socks with the gold rings, blue cap, yellow or gold, I guess you'd say, Murray State logo. Hogs as the road team. The Simple Grays will be coming out of the first base dugout today. Bright sunshine. The winds are shifting, and it looks like it's going to be like that the entire game. It's in from center field, occasionally out towards the left field corner. Blowing, 10 miles an hour steady right now?
Yeah, 10 to 11 miles an hour out of the south, up to 16 mile an hour gusts. So, but it's shifting, Phil. A minute ago it was blowing out to left. It's kind of like a Baum Walker wind. So as an outfielder, you got to feel that wind on the back of your neck before that pitch is thrown, because that can make a big difference in where that ball goes.
Isaac Silva will be making his 4th postseason start. 4 1/3, 7 runs in his first game against Georgia Tech. That was in the 1-0 winners bracket game in Oxford. And then started against Ole Miss in the regional final. Finished 4 innings in that game. 3 runs on 2 hits and a hit batsman. His last outing was against Duke in the second game of the Durham Super Regional. 5 1/3 innings, 6 runs. And gave up 6 base hits. Ready to go as Charles Davillon steps into the batter's box. Not every seat is taken, but looks like a lot of people are just trying to find some shade, which is not easy to find here. First pitch, Davillon takes, and a strike is called by Brian DeBrawware. Our plate umpire today, Gregory Street at first base, Casey Moser at second base, and Clint Fagan is the third base umpire. Righty-lefty the matchup. Davillon the leading hitter on the team, 353, 7 for 19 in the postseason. Here's the 0-1. Slider is low. Going to see a lot of those today.
Yeah, it's a good take. You could tell Charles saw that pitch early, Phil. That's a good sign.
1:07 first pitch. 87 degrees at game time. Temperature will be rising up to about a high of 94. Here's the 1-1. High and outside. Davillon ahead. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Phil, this is baseball weather right here. This is when you love playing the game. You get that temperature 90, 95. That's when it's good baseball weather. Get a good sweat going. You got to love it.
The word lather could be used in the dugout a few times.
Oh, yeah. But you're supposed to sweat. It's baseball.
2-1. Charles is swinging a foul on a hittable pitch right there. 2-2. Aloy and Maxwell following. Helfrich, Kojal, and Cuhillo 4 through 6. Iredale, Robinette, Thomas 7, 8, 9. Pretty much been the same lineup for the last couple of weeks. Davalon back in. Took a deep breath with that familiar open stance. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Silva working from the windup. Swing and a miss. Davalon chased one and strikes out. Pitch have that much movement away? You don't see him chase away very often. The toughest batter in the lineup to strike out.
16 inches, a horizontal break. Nothing crazy, just your typical two-seam guy. But yeah, Davalon chased. That ball's what, 10 inches off the plate.
63rd game of the year, just the 25th strikeout for Davalon. He's been the second toughest batter in the SEC to strike out. Vihiva Aloy in the number 2 spot. Silva's first pitch is a high strike 1. Aloy a single, a walk, and 2 strikeouts against LSU. And one of Arkansas's 3 hits against Cade Anderson. A 1 pitch. Swung on ground ball deep shortstop. Backing over is Cunningham. Here's the long throw, and it's offline anyway. Base hit. Aloy would have beaten a good throw. 1 out single in front of Logan Maxwell.
It's a good job right there, Vahiva. Got a slider up, and that's what you got to do is hunt that pitch up. And he didn't crush it, but he got enough of it.
Well, once you got it past the third baseman, Garner, I think it would have been a base hit even on a good throw. Hogs right fielder Logan Maxwell coming off an 0 for 4 against LSU. Hasn't hit well against the Tigers, but he's hit well against just about everybody else. Silva's a ground ball guy. Aloy out to his lead. Righty lefty on the match, and the pitch. It's another high strike 1. First 3 batters have taken the first pitch, and they've been a strike. Maxwell hitting .351 with 13 homers.
That's a better pitch right there. Silva painted that pitch outside corner.
Cunningham close to second from short. Decker ranging far off the bag. Silva comes to the belt. And the 0-1 is high and away. Taken by Maxwell. 1 ball, 1 strike on the Razorback right fielder.
Phil, your boy Bill Robinson taught me how to hit sinker slider guys a long time ago. And once he taught me that, it was so easy facing these dudes. It's a simple approach is hunt the ball up, wait for them to make a mistake. Don't try to swing at their pitch. Their pitch will get you out.
Next pitch. Maxwell takes away. 2 balls, 1 strike.
It's a good sign right there. Home plate umpire did not call that pitch. That's about 2 inches off the plate.
And Cade Anderson got a few of those from Jeff Head on Saturday. This is Brian DeBrawware behind the plate. We've seen it before in the SEC. It's not this year. A big lead over at first for Vihiva Aloy. They'll throw over that way. He's safe. A little sidearm toss by Silva. I'm intrigued by his purple glove. Usually don't see that color unless you're playing for a team that wears purple, which Maxwell, of course, used to. 2-1. It's a high fly ball to left field. Try to wait on the slider and ends up popping towards left fielder Talkin for a routine catch and 2 outs. So Ryder Helfrich will try to keep the first inning going. Love to see first inning damage for the Hogs against Isaac Silva. Finished 9-2 in 15 starts. Made 2 relief appearances. 248 average allowed. Nothing too special there. 34 walks, 74 strikeouts. He's allowed 9 home runs. It's under a strikeout per inning. Aloy's chased back and is safe.
That's a perfect example right there, Phil. That's a slider that Logan Maxwell swung at. It's down and away. Let that one go.
The third baseman Garner position right where LSU had Braswell the other day down the third base line to take one away. Here's the pitch to Helfrich. And he tries to check his swing. It's a strike called right down the middle. And all 4 batters have been behind 0-1.
Phil, that's an example of a hitter right there looking slider first pitch.
3-man shift on the left. Right side open for Helfrich. Aloy's leaning back to first. He chase him back again.
He was leaning right there.
With Helfrich's power to left field and the wind blowing a little bit towards the corner and left, he might have a little help if he gets one up in the air to left field. Silva sets, count 0-1, and the pitch. Helfrich takes outside. Ball and a strike on the Hog catcher, hitting .313 with 14 home runs. It's been a couple of games since Helfrich's last hit. Finished the Tennessee Super Regional with an 0 for 5 and then an 0 for 4 yesterday. All 4 were groundouts. Decker, the second baseman, is a little bit on the shortstop side, more up the middle. Aloy on the move. Pitch is swung on and fouled by Helfrich off the front foot. 1-2 on Helfrich.
Well, I tell you right there, I wish Helfrich would let that pitch go. That was a slider down and away. Probably going to be a strike, but too close to the take right there. Aloy had that base stolen. He got a great jump.
And he looked like he was playing a little games with Silva because he was leaning back to first base when he last looked over.
I can't get my stopwatch to work, or I'll tell you how quick he is to the plate.
Isaac Silva ready, and there goes Aloy. Helfrich strikes out swinging on a slider, which was way outside. Not a pitch he's been swinging at very much. Felt like Davallon, Maxwell, and Helfrich swung at the pitcher's pitch each time. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left in the first inning. Time for a road trip. You'll hit the jackpot with a trip to Hot Springs National Park, Arkansas, and its #1 attraction, Oaklawn Hot Springs. Plan a trip at hotsprings.org and oaklawn.com. Nothing for the Hogs. Gage Wood leaps over the first base line. He's ready to go for the bottom of the first against these Racers in a moment on the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
What does care look like through the years? From the first memories to the treasured moments. From life's accomplishments to life's challenges. We're here for you, body and mind. Arkansas Blue Cross and Blue Shield has been taking care of families for more than 75 years, providing health insurance and peace of mind with the kind of coverage that ensures your best days are ahead. Take good care, Arkansas.
You know that list? The one that starts at mow the yard and ends somewhere around level the driveway. Well, your John Deere tractor is built for giving that honey-do list a run for its money. The Lawn Patrol is built for keeping grass in line. The Chore Buster is built for hard-packed progress. And the Diamond Digger is built for pushing forward when the shovel gave up. Whatever the task, Greenway's tractor packages are built with one thing in mind, making more time for what matters. Find yours today at gogreenway.com.
This is Razorback Baseball in the NCAA Tournament. Let's go back to the booth. Here again, Phil Elson.
Well, it wasn't really a good-looking first inning for Arkansas at all. Charles Davallon chases. Aloy, a single on a slowly hit ball. Maxwell swung at a pitch you haven't really seen him go at very much. And Ryder Helfrich now 0 for 10 after chasing a slider for strike 3. Gage Wood will face some veteran hitters that the Hogs have seen recently, and Jonathan Hogart, Dustin Mercer, and Carson Garner. These 3 players were all with the Racers when they visited Fayetteville last year. Garner was 2 for 11 against them. Hogart was 2 for 9. Mercer was 0 for 12. Mercer's got the highest batting average for anybody left in the NCAA tournament. But all these guys have much better numbers than they did last year, and they've also been hitting against some pretty good competition of late. Gage Wood didn't have the swing and miss stuff against Tennessee. 3 1/3 innings, only gave up a run on 3 hits, so he had to pitch a little bit more, which wasn't so bad. Hogart, he is a very aggressive, powerful right-hand batting center fielder, and he can hit a home run or a double pretty quickly. First pitch is taken at the knees for a strike. 96. Good to see Wood pumping it in hard on the first delivery. Hogart's hit 22 home runs, 26 doubles, and enters with a hit in 9 straight games. 3 singles, on Saturday against UCLA. Wood winds up, outside, ball and a strike.
Yeah, some pretty good numbers this dude's putting up, Phil.
344, 451 on base, 711 slugging. 4th-year college player, 2nd year at Murray State. He'd been at La Tech. 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed, and he was very late on the fastball. That's part of it. You wonder how many 97-mile-an-hour fastballs they've seen, and sometimes Gage Wood can sit at about 97.
And it's a different shape. It's a low release point, a lot of carry.
Woods 1-2. Hit in the air right field and hit deep. Maxwell's got to be towards the corner, and an easy catch just short of the warning track for out number 1.
Well, that ball jumped off the bat, Phil, and then I looked down at track, man, it was only 97, but boy, it jumped off the bat.
Well, the wind again, it's shifting. It's either blowing in from center or across right to left. He hit it into the wind in right field. Wood got a little help.
What's crazy, that's a home run at Baum Walker. It's up the net.
Number 2 batter is Dustin Mercer. Holds the bat way back behind his shoulder. First pitch is low on the lefty, ball 1. Slider just missed. Mercer's their leading hitter at 359. He hasn't hit a home run. Last year he had 10 home runs. This year he's focused more on contact. Wood from the windup. A strike thrown on the inside. Ball and a strike on Mercer. 0-0. It's the bottom of the first. And the Hogs are the visitors. Mercer choking up a ton. Third baseman in. Pitch is fouled into the screen. Another high fastball. Strike 2.
Yeah, Mercer better started a little bit sooner. Boy, he started everything late right there.
Look at where he holds that bat all the way back there. The kick and the pitch from Wood. Tried a slider, but it stayed outside.
It's a good miss right there. Good 0-2 pitch.
Carson Garner, the third baseman, on deck. Mercer, their leading hitter, 92 hits, was 0 for 12 against Arkansas pitchers last year. They struck him out half his 12 at-bats. Wood, 2-2. Swing and a miss. Breaking pitch, strike 3. And plate umpire DeBrauer signals foul tip. So good job by Helfrich holding on to it. Wood's got some swing and miss stuff today, Bubba.
Yeah, that's a nasty slider right there. I feel like Mercer was looking. He didn't think he was going to double up on the breaking ball.
Wood with his 51st strikeout. He's nearly at 2 strikeouts per inning, which is crazy. Garner, a right-hand batter, and the first pitch is a fastball for a strike.
I love how he's painting that outside corner with that fastball. He hasn't elevated it yet, but we all know when he's ready, he can elevate a fastball.
Hogs play him straight up. Next pitch, slider, missed the outside. Garner's hit 17 home runs, bats .279, .433 on base. He's a dangerous base stealer if he makes it. The kick from Wood. Slider fouled off Helfrich. 1-2 the count. I saw Gage briefly before the game, just as the team was about to take batting practice. He didn't look as intense as I remember. I mean, he's always going to look intense, but he was a little more calm. Here's the 1-2. He struck him out swinging. He's got good stuff. He's got the swing and miss stuff. We didn't quite see it last week. Gage Wood walks off the field with back-to-back strikeouts. We're brought to you in part today by the Arkansas Ford dealers and the Ford F-150. Like the Razorbacks, this truck has a strong tradition earned by outstanding capability and smart features like a mobile generator. That's how to create a legacy in the official truck of the Arkansas Razorbacks. 1 inning down, 0-0 score. Hogs bat in the second. This is Arkansas baseball in Omaha from Learfield.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
From your favorite drive-thru coffee to the iced tea from the hotel lobby, many of the beverages you enjoy every day come from Arkansas's own West Rock Coffee Company. As the official sponsor of the Razorbacks, West Rock Coffee fuels our team and customers all over the world. We are the trusted provider of coffee, tea, flavors, extracts, and ingredients to the brands you love, and we are dedicated to making a difference. Learn more about West Rock Coffee's global impact at westrockcoffee.com.
Hey, before we go any farther, at the end of an inning and a 0-0 score, it's a very special day. Not just because the Hogs are playing today. Today is my daughter's 16th birthday. She is listening back on the Buzz in Little Rock. Happy birthday, Sadie. Hogs are going to get you a win for your birthday.
I like it.
That's a good birthday present. You only turned 16 once, too. That is a different one, Bubba, isn't it?
It was cool. I appreciate you letting me watch her open the present on FaceTime. That was cool.
Cam Kojal leads off the second. Isaac Silva's first pitch is low. First count of 1-0 so far. First 4 batters fell behind 0-1. Kojal, Kuhiawaloya, and Brett Iredale in the second inning. Righty-lefty, Kojal, the local boy. Here's the pitch. High chop, second baseman Decker to his right, 1 step. He's got plenty of time to throw Kojal out. So a ground out on 2 pitches. Kuhiawaloya is next. Kojal's now 1 for 4 in Omaha.
Once again, Phil, you look at the location of that pitch. That's a 2-seam fastball, outer part of the plate. You got to make him hunt that thing up and bring it in a little bit. You swing, you try to pull that pitch away, and that's what's going to happen.
Kuhiawaloya in the 6th hole, finishing 0 for 2 with a walk and 2 strikeouts Saturday. Righty-righty match, first pitch. Strike on the inside, 91 miles an hour. That's about the extent of Silva's velocity, but you can pitch with that, especially with the movement. And he doesn't throw anything straight, at least not yet. Aloy's only 5 for 23 in the postseason, all 5 hit singles. Pitch. Strike called on the inside, just brushed the corner with a slider. An 0-2 count. Silva's got his location here.
Yeah, it's 2 good pitches right there. 2-seam fastball in, slider, front door.
A couple of batters struck out of the first chasing. Aloy strikes out here on 3 pitches swinging. A little bit off the outside corner, but he was in protection mode. 3 of the first 6 batters have struck out against Isaac Silva.
Phil, that's the adjustment that Kuhia's going to have to make. He's got to stay over that ball a little bit. His front shoulder went towards left field. With 2 strikes, you got to stay on it. You know what you're going to get.
Brent Iredale, 2 strikeouts and a double play Saturday. First pitch, he swings, hits it high in the air to right field, but that's a tough place for high fly balls. Dustin Mercer makes an easy catch to retire the side in order. It's a ball that might have gotten out at Walker Stadium on a different kind of day like this, but high flies to right field, easy catches. You know, the legendary Catfish Hole restaurant's been selling their tomato relish at neighborhood markets all across northwest Arkansas recently. They're now going to be selling them at the Walmart Supercenters in the River Valley right now. It's amazing to know that you can buy the Catfish Hole's tomato relish at Walmart, and maybe there's going to be some frozen hush puppies soon. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Arkansas nothing and Murray State nothing. Now this from your local Ford dealer.
The Hog Call, the siren song of the Cardinal and White. Heard in every corner of Walker Stadium, it's a clear warning for any foe that dares get in their way. Ford knows that strong traditions start with leadership, like Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 48 years straight. Drive F-150, official truck of the Razorbacks, only at your Arkansas Ford dealer, based on 1977 to 2024 total sales.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more reliability and versatility built in, like Kubota BX and L Series compact tractors, rated #1 in durability and owner experience. Z Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Visit your local Kubota dealer for a demo today.
Visit ArkansasKubotaDealers.com to find a dealer near you.
Certainly much more Razorback fans than Murray State fans here. But there you see some LSU people around the ballpark. There's some UCLA fans. Most of Murray State fans are sitting together way back in the shaded section behind the third base dugout. 0-0, bottom 2. Gage Wood pitching to Dom Decker and starts him with a fastball foul tipped into the mitt of Ryder Helfrich, strike 1. Decker, Luke Mistoni, and Will Vierling here in the second. Lefty, righty, lefty. Woods 0-1. Bad sword swing by Decker, strike 2. Fooled.
Yeah, it's a fastball up and just couldn't hold up or couldn't pull the trigger. I don't know which one he was trying to do there.
Decker's got an on-base percentage near 500. Wood kicks and deals. 0-2. Struck him out looking. On the inside half, good morning, good afternoon, good night, Dom Decker. Wood struck out 3 in a row.
Phil, that's what I talked about in the open. These guys haven't seen a fastball like Gage Wood. He releases it 5'4". It holds its plane. Even at the bottom of the zone, it holds its plane. It's just a different look.
You know, I think about the idea that Cade Anderson is the best pitcher here in left in the College World Series. Luke Mistoni batting and takes a breaking pitch for a strike. When Gage Wood is on, and it looks like he's on, at least against the first 4 batters, he could be right there with Cade Anderson, Bubba.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's the man when he's on.
Next pitch on Mistoni is chopped right side. Kojal to his left. He'll glove it from the outfield grass and an easy angle for the throw. 2 outs in the second on a 4-3 put out of Luke Mistoni. And that's good to see because Zach Root looked like he had settled in, right? On Saturday, he sent down the first 4 LSU batters. It looked easy. And then all of a sudden, the bottom falls out. You never know.
It can change really quick in the game of baseball.
I did walk out of the ballpark Saturday hating baseball, Bubba, but yesterday I regained my love. Will Vierling takes a ball outside, 1-0.
Phil, wash your mouth out. You know,
it's just one of those games where you're like, you know what? You just have to tip your cap to the pitcher. You understand why you lost. You didn't like it, but I hated the game for about 3 hours. It's fouled by Vierling at the plate. Ball and a strike.
You know, we talked about in the postgame, Phil. It's the way we lost.
Yep.
You know, 2 walks, a bunt, a blooper, a hit batter. I mean, 1 ball left the infield. I mean, those are tough to swallow.
Vierling's a .316 hitter, 10 homers a year after transferring from Louisville. 1-1 pitch. Fouled off the catcher's mask, strike 2.
I mean, I'd rather their 4 runs have been off that light pole out there in left center.
I didn't really hate baseball either, Bubba. I would hate myself before I'd hate baseball.
Good. You had me worried there for a minute.
I was just being a little overly dramatic. Wood with a 1-2 on Vierling. Slider in the dirt. I'll try a check swing appeal. No. Clint Fagan says no swing. 2-2.
It's a good block by Helfrich, too.
You tell me you didn't walk out of a ballpark at least once questioning all your decisions in life and why you chose baseball or why the sport chose you?
Yeah, when I played, hell yeah.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The wide by Wood. Vierling stays alive with a foul out of the upper deck third base side.
That's the crazy thing about the game of baseball. You can go from one day, you feel like you can hit anyone in the world, and the next day you feel like you couldn't hit your mom if she was lobbing it up there. I mean, it's just crazy.
Another 2-2 pitch comes to Vierling. Drive right field. Trouble on a different kind of a day. Maxwell at the warning track makes the catch for out number 3. That's gone with no wind.
Yes, it is, Phil. I thought off the bat that ball was halfway up the stands. It didn't go anywhere. Look at that wind howling in. That's right in the middle of one of those gusts.
That is an Omaha warning track flyout. You wouldn't see it at many other places. You know, life happens. You can't predict the unexpected. You can, though, prepare. Your Edward Jones financial advisor can help with financial goals, planning with life's ups and downs in mind. 800-ED-JONES, the number to get started. Edward Jones, member SIPC. So far, Gage Wood's retired all 6 hitters. We go to the top of the third. Hogs, nothing. Racers, nothing. This is the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Razorback fans, this season don't lose out on your home comfort. Bud Anderson Cooling, Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical is the official heating and cooling partner of Arkansas Athletics and has been delivering the highest standards in home comfort across Northwest Arkansas for over 35 years. If you're looking for a great team and elite service from a quality company that cares, you can't miss with our partner Bud Anderson Cooling, Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical. Call 855-GO-CALL-BUD or visit ba-hvac.com/specials to score big this season.
Bubba, it's going to be a good third inning. You want to know how I know?
Well, how's that?
They just showed Norm DeBryan on the video board.
Ooh.
You remember what happened when Norm walked in our booth?
Against Texas?
Yep. Luke Bonfield hit a home run that took the lead. They never trailed the rest of the game.
So we need to call Coach D up here?
Just putting him on the video board ought to be enough.
That might do it.
Reese Robinette leads off the third with a 0-0 score against the Murray State Racers. And the first pitch on Robinette's a slider for a strike from Isaac Silva, which looked very good over the first 7 batters. Robinette, Thomas, Davalon in the third inning. Last 5 batters have made it out. Reese, of course, hit the only homer for the Hogs on Saturday. The pitch is inside 1-1. Well, I should say the only run, RBI, and home run for the Hogs. Pretty impressive blast against Cade Anderson, but I'm not sure. Maybe would you think that would get out today?
Oh, yeah.
Here's the pitch. A swing and a fly ball hit towards the gap right center field. Gonna fall. Base hit cut off by Hogard. Reese trying for second base. Nobody's covering second base. He's ahead of the throw to lead off the third inning.
Well, Phil, that's a mistake right there by the Murray State infield. They both went out like they're going to double cut. Center fielder cuts that ball off. If the shortstop stays on the bag, first baseman was a trailer. He was late getting to the bag. If he's there, it could have been close play.
That was a pretty good throw by Jonathan Hogard.
Yeah.
You may have had a play at second base, but with nobody covering, it just didn't matter. Robinette with his 4th double of the season. Justin Thomas Jr. will follow, and looks like the Racers think he's going to bunt. First baseman Mastoni comes up, so does the third baseman Garner.
The Norm DeBryan effect right there.
Robinette out to his lead with shortstop wide open. Cunningham creeping behind him. And the pitch showing bunt. Thomas bunts it foul. Strike one. He chopped at it a little bit.
Last time he bunted one foul, the next pitch went about 390 feet to left field.
He's done that twice this year. Yeah. There's been 2 times where he's had a sac bunt called on the first pitch. Ended up hitting a home run.
Phil, I don't know if you noticed where Reese Robinette's pitch was, but he got a fastball up just inside of middle, and that's how you attack sinker guys. You get on top of the plate and you hammer that pitch.
Next pitch, squares to bunt. Did he offer? They'll appeal it, yes.
Ooh, Justin's got to be better right there. That's a slider out of the zone.
And way out of the zone. That's wasting a pitch if you're trying to bunt. Now you got to swing away. Thomas has not done very much in the postseason outside of hitting a 3-run homer against Creighton. He's 2 for 21. You just want to try to move a man up. They still have Mastoni in at first base. No pitch. Instead of fake pick move to second, and it didn't look like Thomas was going to bunt. He kept the bat back.
That's all. You can see Silva turn and look. He was just trying to see if he was going to square around there. And now they back up a little bit.
So they push Mastoni back of first base, position the second baseman Decker near second to hold Robinette. Shortstop roaming off. 0-2 the count. The pitch to Thomas is swung on, grounded to the pitcher. He'll pick it up. No, he lost it. Robinette to third. No play. Ground ball back to Silva, and it ricocheted off his body and rolled on the shortstop side of the pitcher's mound.
Well, that's the first break, Phil.
That is a break because Robinette was moving on contact. He would have been caught in a pickle.
Oh, he would have been so out at third if the pitcher comes up with that clean. Actually, that's 2 breaks. The Mercer infielders trying to double cut the double from Robinette. That's 2 mistakes.
Scored a single for Thomas, no error. Runners first and third. Charles Davalon getting a second look at Silva. They play the third baseman Garner into the cut of the grass.
Safety squeeze here, Phil.
No, he swings. He lines it left center field. In for a base hit. Robinette scoring from third. Thomas going to third. The throw, diving in, ahead of it safely. 1-0 Razorbacks. Charles Davalon's made it 3 consecutive base hits.
I love it, Phil. That's a great swing right there by Charles. And even a better read at first base by Justin Thomas. He read that ball down. He was going hard off the bat. That's the only way. A one-hopper to left field, you should not be able to go first to third.
Hogs jump in front. Davalon's 60th run batted in, his 6th of the postseason. Now Aloy, first and third. Good hog call here downtown. Aloy hit an infield single to shortstop in the first inning. They'll chase back Davalon. He's safe.
And that's so huge. Justin hustling like that, getting to third base. That's a huge play.
Silva sets, looking for a double play ball from Aloy. Another throw to first base. Davalon ahead first slide. The Hivas driven home 6 runs in the postseason, matching his strikeout total. The single in the first inning was his 7th hit in the NCAA tournament. Silva still hasn't thrown him a pitch. Been a while. Here's the first one. Swing, fly ball hit deep down the right field line. Foul, though. 0-1.
Phil, they can steal off of Silva. He was a 1-4-2 right there to the plate.
Davalon measures that lead. Stretch. Pick throw safe.
Silva's got a quick move, though.
He's got a quick move. He jumps and he sidearms it. Puts it right on the money. The second baseman, Decker, would cover on a steal. Cunningham right between second and third at shortstop. Righty is set. 0-1 pitch. There goes Davalon. And Valoy takes a slider outside. Throw to second base is too late. Davalon safely steals second. There's second and third for Aloy now.
That's a good job right there. That's a 1-4-8. There's no way they can throw Charles out. 1-4-8.
Charles Davalon is the first Razorback to double-digit steals. That's his 10th of the year. Runners at second and third for Aloy, and the Racer infield is back for the moment with a 1-1 count, nobody out, and a run home. Aloy standing motionlessly in the box, waiting on Isaac Silva. Here's the pitch. Outside, 2 balls and a strike.
Right here, Vahiva needs to kind of flip the field a little bit. Think center, right center. That'll keep you on that slider.
Room open on the right side of the infield. Next pitch, swing and a miss. High fastball, up, way up. 2-2.
Yeah, you got to lay off that one.
Do you feel that Loy's put a little pressure on himself in RBI situations in the postseason?
Yeah, he's swinging a few pitches out of the zone. I mean, that's 10 inches up out of the zone. That's right at his chin.
Silva ready with a 2-2 pitch. Aloy lines it at shortstop. Caught by Cunningham. Looks him back. They'll just get the 1 out. That's the hardest hit ball of the game so far. Unfortunately, though, for Aloy, it's the first out of the inning.
Yeah, he did a good job right there staying on that slider.
A foot to Cunningham's right. It's a base hit, 2-run score. Well, Logan Maxwell coming up next. You know, in a position you hate it in the moment. You love the line drive, but the ground ball would score a run. You still have an out. Maxwell 0 for 5 in Omaha. And he came here with TCU. And 3 hits and 7 at-bats, 2 doubles. First pitch, swing, fly ball, shallow right. Second baseman Decker out. Mercer in from right. Mercer makes a running catch. They're going to try to score. Thomas, no. He stops, and the throw's cut off on the infield. And just not deep enough to try to bring in Thomas, one of your faster runners. So they're leaving it up to Ryder Helfrich.
I think if anyone but Ryder's up next, I think they'd have tried to send him right there. Because he's coming in hard. He's out of control. It'd have been close.
Helfrich's 0 for his last 10 with a strikeout in the first inning. And Murray State's going to bring the infield and battery to the mound. Coaches stay in the dugout for the time being. A run is home here in the third. The Hogs also had the table set up with second and third after a stolen base by Davalon. Nobody was out. Aloy had a 110-mile-an-hour missile at shortstop. And then Maxwell with a bloop out to right field. That meeting didn't last very long. Nate Thompson taking a moment with Helfrich.
Yeah, right there. Maxwell got jammed. He swung in a fastball up and in. Probably would have been a strike, but it's in that upper quadrant of the zone.
Remember that Dave moved Ryder Helfrich up into the batting order because when he was hitting 8th and 7th, he really wasn't getting too many RBI chances. And you move him up to cleanup because he was the hottest hitter for a while there. 18 hits in an 11-game hit streak, but he's cooled off a bit. No better time than right now to light the flame. Infield with a bit of a shift on the left. The second baseman Decker's up the middle. Silva studying his wristband for a moment. Now toes the rubber. Righty works out of the set. Now steps off the rubber. It looked like the pitch timer was starting to dwindle down. Helfrich never leaves the batter's box. 36 RBIs for Helfrich, most of those coming in the last 2 weeks. Here's the stretch and the first pitch. Outside. Not going to chase the slider. Ball 1. Kozel's on deck.
Yeah, this is where riders got to pick a pitch, Phil. If you're going to sit slider, lay off the fastball. If you're going to look fastball, lay off the slider.
Cunningham's a deep shortstop, but he's deep on the dirt, not quite on the outfield grass. Silva is 1-0. Swing and a miss on a slider. And he left the slider belt high in the middle of the strike zone.
But you saw where Ryder's body went. His body went towards third base. He was looking fastball all the way right there. But you're right. That ball hung over the middle of the plate.
Here's the 1-1 on Helfrich. Chased the slider, and it was low. Strike 2.
Yeah, that's the one. You got to recognize that.
You could see the motion he just made with his hands. Helfrich, he told himself, see it up, see it up. The Murray State fans rise. Helfrich trying to knock a couple of runs home and make this a bigger inning than just one run. The set and the 1-2. Swung on, fouled back this way. It's a little bit in front of the booth. Nice catch by a Razorback fan in the upper deck. His buddy sitting next to him's got a splint on his right finger. He made no effort for that ball.
Yeah, he didn't want any part of that.
Silva back to work quickly with a 1-2 count on Helfrich. The next pitch, look out, fastball buzzed the tower. 2-2.
Now, typically, that's just a show-me pitch right there to set up the slider away.
That's the slider away coming. You know Helfrich may be expecting that. 2-2. Struck him out swinging. And it was a slider on the outside. Exactly what Bubba thought Helfrich was about to get. Well, the Hogs do strike first. 1 run on 3 base hits. Runners stranded at second and third, though, and feeling like he left a little bit out there. Celebrating a legacy of trust and excellence, Roller Funeral Home stands out as Arkansans' first choice. They win the best of the best title 24 straight years in the Democrat-Gazette poll. You'll discover the Roller difference has been a beacon of honor and respect across 3 generations. Bottom of the third in a moment. 1-0 Arkansas over Murray State. Now this from Summit Utilities.
When it comes to keeping your family safe, Summit Utilities is here to help keep your senses sharp both inside and outside your home. If you smell a bad odor like rotten eggs, leave on foot immediately. It might be a gas leak. Then call both 911 and Summit Utilities from a safe location. Outside your home, it's important to know what's below before you dig. Always call 811 to have your utility lines marked. It's free and can save you a lot more than money. Your safety is our priority. For more on gas safety, visit summitutilities.com/safety.
Make every day an epic day while driving your new Nissan Armada from Trotter Nissan and Saracen Casino Resort. This top-of-the-line Platinum Reserve Edition is a dream drive for wherever your adventure takes you. And you can win this premium SUV from Saracen Casino this month. Play today for your chance at winning Nissan's Armada Platinum Reserve that will take you everywhere and anywhere in style.
Saracen Casino Resort, Vegas, Arkansas style.
Gambling problem? Call 800-GAMBLER.
You're listening to Arkansas baseball in the NCAA Division I Baseball Championship. Here again, Phil Elseth.
A run for the Razorbacks in the third inning and a 1-0 lead. Gage Wood so far has been through the first 6 batters on 24 pitches. Been a couple of deep flyouts, also 3 strikeouts. 7, 8, 9 batters are due. Dan Talkin, Charlie Jury, and Connor Cunningham. Wood face on the left-handed Talkin first. Swing and a miss with a fastball. Talkin's their leading run producer. 77 runs batted in. When in Saturday with a sac fly against UCLA. Bats .259, 11 homers. 0-1 pitch. Caught the outside, strike 2.
Yeah, Phil, you go back to Veeling's ball that he hit in the inning, 102-345 with a 32-degree launch angle. That's a home run almost every time.
Wood back with an 0-2 pitch.
No.
Low slider and the bat off Tonkin's shoulder, but held back.
I would say any ballpark in the SEC, that would have been a home run.
It's 335 down the right field line, 375 into the alley, but they're going to play a lot deeper than that to right field. Wood throws 1 and 2. He struck out Tonkin. Tonkin didn't recognize the pitch until it was too late. Tried to hold back, but had already committed. 4 strikeouts for Gage Wood, and Charlie Jury is next.
Yeah, that's where Gage needs to work that fastball, top of the zone.
This is the choice, which is a little interesting for Dan Skirka. Charlie Jury's only had 31 at-bats this year, only 5 of them in the postseason. He's 0 for 5. Left-handed batters hit 2 homers for the year. Wood kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. That was a swing. It looked like somebody that's had 31 at-bats this year.
Yeah, he told himself, I'm swinging right here no matter what.
Charlie Jury's a junior from Winfield, Illinois. Played at Elgin Community College. Here's the pitch. Fastball, strike on the inside. Connor Cunningham on deck, and that'll be a really cool moment because that's 2 guys from Batesville that'll face each other here in the College World Series. Wood's got to get past Jury first. Here's the pitch. Fouled into the net.
I mean, think about that. What's the odds of that? 2 guys from Batesville, Arkansas.
I don't know if I can do the math quick enough for you, but those are not very good odds. And Gate, they know each other too. They were never teammates, but they do know each other. Wood ahead of Jury, 0-2. The wind, the kick, the pitch. He struck him out looking with a breaking ball. So now we're seeing Gage Wood has the breaking ball that's tough to recognize and the fastball that's coming and really exploding out of his hand today.
Yeah, and he's doing a good job tunneling that breaking ball and fastball together.
5 strikeouts out of 8 batters. Now it's Connor Cunningham. Connor's father, Justin, the head coach at Lyon for the last 3 years, was an assistant at UCA before. Righty-lefty matchup. Here's the pitch. And a slider's in for a strike. Cunningham hitting .251, .393 on base percentage in his freshman season. 7 homers. He is in a low crouch. 1 pitch. Another breaking ball. Strike 2 call. Hogs will put the shift on Cunningham to the right side after an 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Low.
3 breaking balls in a row. A little bit surprising there. He must know something about Cunningham.
A strikeout of Tonkin, a strikeout of Jury. 1-2 on Connor Cunningham. The pitch from Wood is outside.
4 in a row, Phil.
That was more of a spinner than a slider.
Yeah, he was trying to backdoor him, and it just didn't come back. It stayed outside.
Cam Kozel way back into the outfield at second. 2-2 pitch. Outside, the count goes full. It's the first 3-ball count for Wood. You know, and looking at the Razorback hitters, they haven't had a 3-ball count yet against Isaac Silva. Hogs lead 1-0. Wood's payoff to Cunningham. He struck him out swinging. 97 down the dot. 3 up, 3 down. He struck out the side. Brought to you in part today by Ballpark. If you're cheering for the Razorbacks at Baum Walker or at home, you can always enjoy the great taste of Ballpark beef hot dogs. They're made with 100% beef. Ballpark is the official hot dog of the Razorbacks. With 3 innings in the books, the Hogs lead Murray State 1-0 in Omaha. This is the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
Hello, I'm Renata Jenkins-Byler, the third generation of the Roller family. I would like to take this moment to talk to you about grief. If you're hurting or your family is experiencing grief, I would like to offer some help. It has always been our promise to take care of our communities before, during, and after a funeral service. I have enlisted the help of my good friend Chuck Monin to share a brief message on our website to reach our fellow Arkansans who are hurting. Please visit Roller, where the healing begins, with all our respect.
Look, you already know eating right and staying active make a big difference, but weight loss surgery could get you back in the game. Check out the Bariatric and Metabolic Institute at Encore Medical Center in Saline County, part of the Arkansas Heart Hospital team. Their bariatric experts can help you lose the extra weight, get off medications, manage diabetes, and more. Visit arheart.com/BMI now for details. That's arheart.com/BMI for weight loss surgery. Your ticket to better health.
Nothing Razorbacks will play into the top of the fourth inning and get you our first game update. It's brought to you by First Security Bank, Arkansas's community bank. First Security, they're all about taking care of customers and making life better in Arkansas. Go to fsbank.com to check them out. First Security Bank, better. Arkansas's got all 4 hits in the game. They've also stranded 3. Runs came in the third. 3 consecutive hits. Reese Robinette lined a double. Justin Thomas squibbed an infield single, and Charles Davalon knocked him in with a base hit to left. The next 3 batters made outs, and the Hogs left runners at second and third. Cam Kojal swings and misses at Isaac Silver's slider to start this 4th inning. And the other side of the coin is the work that Gage Wood has been. One time through the order with 6 strikeouts and no base runners. 0-1 to Kojal. Hit high in the air to left field. It slices. Talkin taking a weird angle at it. Still back in front of the track to make the catch. 1 away in the 4th.
Well, 100 mile an hour off the bat, but boy, it's just not going to go anywhere, Phil. What's crazy, once again, at Baum Walker, that's a home run in the hog pen.
Kuhio Aloy struck out on 3 pitches in his earlier at-bat. 1 of 4 strikeouts for Isaac Silva, who is not a guy that registers the strikeout too often. He'll get his share, just not 1 per inning. The first pitch on Aloy, swing and a miss. Slider for strike 1. What is throwing batters off right now? It looks like it's the slider more than anything.
Yeah, it's the slider. He's about a 75% slider guy right now, especially to the righties.
1 pitch outside, 1-1. And I think he's really just kind of flashing the fastball so that you know he's going to use it sometimes, but not putting it in the strike zone.
And I mean, he's a glove side guy. To righties, he's trying to stay away to him.
Aloy's 5 for 24 in the postseason. Still looking for that first home run. The pitch fouled at the plate. Late swing on the fastball, strike 2.
And as soon as I say that, he throws a 2-seamer down and in. That's actually a really good pitch right there. But to the righties, he's been staying away from him for the most part.
Iredale waits on deck. Haven't seen too many hitters counts. Again, Hogs haven't had a batter to 3 balls yet. The 1-2 on Aloy. It looked like he saw that slider well and takes low.
Look, this guy can't beat you, Phil. I mean, with a 91-mile-an-hour fastball, 88 to 91, he can't beat you. You got to stay back. It's okay to get jammed with 2 strikes.
Target outside. Aloy swings. Fly ball left field. Sends Talkin back a few steps. And pretty close to where he put out Kojal. Only catches Aloy's fly ball.
Yeah, that's a better swing right there by Kuhio. He stayed on that ball. That's 99. That's a slider down in the zone.
It's a couple of well-hit fly balls, but, again, fly balls don't really do very much on a day like this in Omaha. You won't get any help, and it's going to keep it up in the air a little longer. Iredale, 4 for 22 in the postseason after a second-inning flyout, but that was a ball he hit hard. Just right field's not the place. First pitch, swing, and a foul tip.
Now that's the one you got to go to town on right there. You got to hammer that. Left a fastball up.
Hogs scored before even the first out last inning. Now there's 2 outs, nobody on in the 4th. And the 0-1 on Iredale. Inside corner for strike 2. 5 consecutive outs behind Silva. 0-2 on Iredale. Laid off the pitch off the outside corner.
Yeah, that's a good take right there. That's about 4 or 5 inches off the plate.
1 ball, 2 strikes on the Hogs' third baseman. Sitting on 14 homers for the year. The pitch. No. Low slider again. 2-2.
It's a good sign right there. He laid off both of those.
He's a 2-pitch guy right now. He isn't even throwing it off speed. He's not throwing any changeups.
Nope, he's throwing 1 changeup. That's it, the whole game.
2-2 on Iredale. Robinette's on deck. Pitch on the way. Jammed him. Lazy fly ball center field. Hogart coming on. Easy catch. 3 up, 3 down in the Arkansas 4th inning. It's the second perfect inning thrown by Isaac Silva so far. Today's game brought to you in part by Harps, where they greet you with a smile, ask if they can help you, and let you know that you're welcome in their store. Harps, hometown fresh. Gage Wood's been through the order once and has allowed no base runners. He'll take the mound for the bottom of the 4th with a 1-0 lead after this from the Arkansas Electric Cooperative.
The Electric Cooperative's got its start lighting Arkansas, and we continue to meet that demand with every resource we can deliver. We're powering your life, where you live every single day through one of 17 local cooperatives, each unique, always united, and in your community. Our mission? To provide reliable, affordable, and responsible power to every corner of Arkansas. It's the local, hometown cooperative way, because we're better connected together. The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas.
Hey, soybean farmers, think a fungicide can't last all season? Well, the proof is in the yield. Farmers who use just 1 application of Reviloc fungicide are seeing an increased yield of 7.3 bushels per acre over the untreated check. Reviloc fungicide is a disease control powerhouse that delivers season-long protection even against tough southern diseases. See what Reviloc fungicide can do for you. Ask your BASF retailer about Reviloc fungicide today. Always read and follow label directions.
For the bottom of the 4th inning, let's take a 10-second pause for stations to identify themselves on the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield. Arkansas 1, Murray State nothing. Bottom of the 4th inning starts with the top of the Murray State batting order. Jonathan Hogart, Dustin Mercer, and Carson Garner. Again, so far, an overpowering Gage Wood, striking out 6 of the first 9, including all 3 last inning. And Hogart takes a slider for a ball up and in. Hogart hit a deep fly out in the first inning. This is one of 3 batters to make contact against Gage Wood. 2 of them have been deep fly balls caught in right field. Woods 1-0. Down and away, ball 2. Hogs put pitchers in the bullpen during the inning break. Everybody went out there. They found some shade under the awning of the bench. Hogart's dangerous. Here's a 2-0 pitch. Fastball fouled back this way. Oh, just to our left. Bubba's ready to catch one. You brought a bat with you, but you didn't bring a glove.
I should have brought my glove. I got it back in the room. Need me to? You don't want me to protect you?
I want you to hit the ball back into the field with the bat. Forget the glove. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Good fastball up on Hogart. 2-2. What baseball equipment do you not travel with?
My jock strap.
You got it. Well,
I don't have a cup in either.
I guess that would be the one change from when you played, right? Maybe. 2-2 on Jonathan Hogart. Wood brings it home. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 7. 4 in a row, and Hogart staring back of the mound.
Phil, if I start wearing my cup up here in the booth, it's time to find a new partner, buddy.
I just don't think Harry Carey ever wore one. Neither did Ron Santo up in the booth. I'm sure Mike Shannon didn't either. Put that thing in the closet and leave it there.
If I thought it'd get us 4 wins, I'd have that thing on.
Mercer, a left-handed batter, fouls it back, strike 1. Why did I even ask you the question? Because I should have known what the answer would be.
Yeah.
Because that's actually the truth. I think you travel with everything else except home plate. Mercer struck out on the first pitch on the way, outside. That's a changeup from Gage Wood. 1-1 on Dustin Mercer. Bottom of the fourth, Arkansas leading 1-0. RBI single by Charles Davalon in the third. Wood deals on Mercer, 1-1. Is outside, ball 2.
We actually had a really good wiffle ball game in the Skyway yesterday, heading up to the parking garage.
How many kids were involved in that?
It was just me and Dalton and Crystal. Crystal's playing center field.
In the Skyway.
In the Skyway.
Leading into the parking lot. 2-1 from Wood to Mercer. Brush the outside, Black, strike 2.
That's a perfect pitch. Yeah, there's actually a ton of room up there.
Were there people trying to walk to their cars? And did you have to shout game off for a moment when they walk by?
Yeah, there are a few timeouts, but not many.
Wood throws, swing and a miss. He has struck out 5 in a row. 8 so far out of 11 batters.
Phil, that's what I said in the pregame. That's that fastball at the top of the zone. And look, with all due respect to Murray State, I don't know that they've seen a fastball, a 5.4 release height. I mean, look at that top of the zone. It almost stays completely straight.
Carson Garner batting. He struck out in the first. A 1-0 lead. Wood looking great. Here's a breaking pitch for strike 1 to start Garner.
I can't fit my vertical release on here. I can tell you exactly the flight of that pitch. I know it's flat.
The wind by Wood, the 0-1 to Garner. Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
That's a little cutter there. That's the first cutter he's thrown.
It's so funny to think that last week, and Dave said it, he didn't have the swing and miss stuff. It's the same pitcher.
Yeah.
Who's getting a ton of them right now. 0-2 on Garner. Bounced a slider on home plate. Ball 1.
But once again, that's the thing about baseball. I mean, it's just crazy from one outing to the next, or from one day to the next as a hitter. It's just, it's such a mental game, and you got to learn to conquer the mental side of it.
Garner with nearly as many walks as strikeouts for the season. The count 1-2. The pitch on the way. Left it go high. 2-2.
Well, he wanted to go after that. That was 98. Best fastball he's thrown yet.
And it really feels like all the batters are kind of committing before the pitch is delivered. They don't know if they're just, it's tough reaction time.
Yeah, you got to start it early against Gage Wood.
2 balls, 2 strikes with the bases empty, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. He struck him out. Good. Fastball, that's 6 in a row from Gage Wood. And he's retired the first 12 Murray State hitters with 9 strikeouts. Brought to you by West Rock Coffee. It's the brand behind the brands, proudly supplying coffee, tea, flavors, extracts, and ingredients to the world's most iconic brands. Produced in Arkansas, West Rock ethically sources beverages from all around the world, and they're proud to be the official coffee of the Razorbacks. Go to westrockcoffee.com to learn more. Gage Wood mowing him down. Hogs 1, Murray State 0 at the end of 4 innings. This is Arkansas baseball in the College World Series, presented by Learfield.
Razorback fans, score big with the freshest seafood in town at Fish City Grill. Whether you're craving grilled salmon or fried catfish, or want to try something new from the daily chalkboard specials, they've got your seafood fix covered. Swing by the locally owned spot in Rogers and make every meal a victory for Razorback Nation.
Sonic Radio. CIO coming to you live from the red carpet, and here comes the star of the summer, sweet topped lemonade from Sonic. Wow, looking delicious as always. Tell us, what are you wearing?
Oh, this? Just a little blueberry lavender number. I was going for something tart and sweet.
Incredible! And is that cold foam on top? So chic. I wouldn't mind taking a sip of that.
Dude.
Wait, that came out wrong.
Try sweet top lemonades from Sonic. Live free, eat Sonic. Limited time only at participating Sonic drive-ins.
Hogs would love to get something going again here. They had a chance to really get a rally moving in the third inning after Charles Davalon's RBI single knocking Reese Robinette. And it was 3 consecutive base hits. There was nobody out. They had runners second and third. Isaac Silva got out of that jam, and he's retired 6 in a row with Robinette leading off the 5th inning. 1-0 Arkansas. Reese doubled and scored in the third. We'll see what he can do leading off the 5th. Here's the first pitch, and it's a little high ball 1. You know how rare this has been? This is the second 1-0 count for an Arkansas batter. Silva's been just right where he needs to be ahead of hitters. 1-0 to Robinette. Late swing. Line drive foul. Left field seat, strike 1. Still haven't had a Razorback to 3 balls. And they've struck out 4 times. Started to hit the ball a little bit harder this second time through the order. So there are some signs of breaking loose. 1-1 pitch. Robinette foul, tips a high fastball. Thomas on deck, then Davalon. Reese is 6 for 18 in the postseason. Silva pitching with a lot of confidence. Next one on Robinette. Line drive towards the corner right field. It is foul by maybe a foot.
The ball was smoked, Phil. 107 off the bat. Just what, about 6 inches foul?
First base umpire Gregory Street got a good look at it. You saw plenty of grass between the baseball and the right field line.
That's a foul line, Phil.
That's a right field line. 1-2 pitch outside. 2-2 on Reese Robinette. You know, the big yellow poles are bigger here at this stadium than they are in any other college park. Love to see it be a fair pole sometime this inning.
No comment.
Here's the 2-2. A slider fouled away.
Reese, I tell you what, Reese is taking the best swings against this dude out of anybody.
I've been so impressed with Robinette, how he's improved as a hitter. Really, and it's really the last 4 weeks. You have to pencil that dude in at first base next year. 2-2. Pitch on Robinette. Bounced on the other side. He's the first hog to get to 3 balls. The count's full.
Yeah, he went with a changeup right there. That's a great take.
It's not like Silva didn't walk anybody through the year. 34 walks, 81 in the third innings. It's close enough to about 4 walks per 9 innings. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 is called on the inside corner, and there's 1 away in the 5th.
Well, sometimes you got to tip your hat to the pitcher. Not very often, but that's one of those times. He painted that inside corner.
Justin Thomas Jr. coming up next. There's a pitcher starting to stretch in the left field bullpen. I wonder when they might start thinking about getting their best pitcher up, and that's Graham Kellum. He saved 9 games this year. Thomas to bat, and the pitch. After falling behind 0-2 in the third inning, and he was stranded at third base later. Pitch, ground ball third base, booted by Garner into left field. The Hogs get a 1-out base runner. A little bit of an Olay job by Garner at third base.
Think they give him a hit there?
It was hit fairly hard. I'm not sure if it took the kind of bounce where you'd say bad hop.
I mean, it was hit 88. A lot of top spin on that ball. I think you got to get that in the air, unfortunately.
They've scored at a base hit.
Oh, or that.
So a man on base for the top of the order, and now Davalon getting a third look. Davalon is 1 for 2 with an RBI single and a strikeout. Righty-lefty. First pitch. Slider almost hit him. 1-0 on Davalon.
Almost clipped that back leg.
Thomas 5 for 8 stealing bases this year. The shortstop Cunningham would cover. Silva ready from the stretch. 1-0 pitch to Davalon. Runner going. Fastball outside. Throw to second. Bounces too late. Thomas nearly overslid second base. Kept his left foot on. Stolen base number 6 for Thomas and a duck on the pond for Davalon.
Phil, I watched Veerling throw between innings. He's throwing everything on the shortstop side of the bag. He's not very quick on his release. I just feel like we can steal all day. And you're right. He almost, if the shortstop keeps the glove on him, he's out.
2-0. Thomas jumping off the base. Davalon takes ball 3 down near the left foot. 3 balls, no strikes. Maybe you're starting to get Silva a little bit out of his rhythm, because he was in one for a moment there. 3-0 on Davalon. No pitch. Silva flips it to second base.
Well, Silva's been he's watching Justin Thomas at second. Justin's jumping around off the base like he's trying to get a momentum lead, and I think that's kind of bugging Silva a little bit.
Robinette struck out. Thomas singled, stole second, and it's 3-0 on Davalon. The pitch is a ball outside. First walk of the game. And there's 2 base runners for Vahiva Aloy.
I just feel like if we're patient against this dude, he will walk us, or he'll make a mistake over the plate.
Well, if you get a mistake here for Vahiva, I think you're going to get something good. As an infield single in the first inning. A line drive caught at shortstop in the third. That's the hardest ball hit so far. And Murray State's going to go out and talk about this. Their pitching coach, Steve Adkins, is on his way to the mound.
So, here's the way my brain works. Last at bat, he hit a slider, 110 miles an hour to shortstop. So logic would say, and it was actually a pretty good pitch. It was out over the plate. Logic would say, okay, he's not going to throw that slider because it looked like Vahiva was sitting on it. Maybe he'll get a fastball in right here and he'll hit it in the stands.
Yeah, I think he's going to go with that sinker. I think he's going to try to get it on the low outside corner and try to get Vahiva to hit into a double play.
Yeah, I think he's going to try to get him jamming in with it. Yeah, I think he's going to try to run it down and in and get in on Vahiva. Vahiva can get a little long. Now you make a mistake up, he's going to hit it in the stands.
Coach Atkins back in the third base dugout. Thomas leads off second, Davalon off first. And the first one on Aloy is a ball inside. Started him with the slider.
Yeah, he went slider in. And that ball didn't break much either. It just hovered right there.
The right-hander now beginning to play catch in the Murray State bullpen. 1-0 on Vahiva Aloy. The stretch and the pitch. Fastball grounded to second base. Could be 2. Picked up clean by Decker. Gives the shortstop Cunningham a good feed. Relay to first in time for an inning-ending double play. The Hogs are going to ask for a review.
Yeah, he beat that, Phil. It was a bad flip from the second baseman to the shortstop. He threw it high, so he had to wait on it.
But he got the ground ball he was hoping for. He should be safe. We see a quick replay here, and Vahiva got it the tip of his left foot. His toes should be, or his right foot. He should be safe. Yeah. He should be safe. You can notice it, and you can tell he certainly hit the base because he tripped on it. This inning should continue and give Logan Maxwell a chance with runners at the corners.
Yeah, the fans they're responding to the replay on the board, and it's fairly obvious.
I bet some of the question for Murray State fans is, did Vahiva miss first base? Did his foot come in front of the base, or did it hit the base?
Well, it's kind of dangerous because he did that long stride, and
it's just the way he tripped a little bit, and he must have tripped on the base. To me, it looks like his toes are on the edge of the base there, and they've zoomed right in on it. He's safe.
Yeah, you see the base in dent when he hits it. It sinks in.
Yeah, you literally can see the dent before the glove closes. He should be safe.
Boy, Vahiva had a pitch to hit right there, Phil.
Runner at first base.
It's the first base umpire, Gregory Street. You'll hear his voice.
At the further review, the play at first base is going to be overturned to safe.
So a fielder's choice with a 4-6 putout. Runners at the corners for Logan Maxwell, and the inning continues.
I thought it was surprised that he missed that call. I thought it was fairly obvious.
Well, the obvious part was that Aloy beat the throw. I wonder if he thought that he missed first base. I don't know if the umpire would have seen that from his view anyway.
Yeah.
But you got a chance for Maxwell. And Logan's had 2 lazy fly balls, one to left, one to right. If you're going to win games here in the College World Series, Maxwell's going to be a reason why. He's 0 for 6 here, though. Second baseman ranges way back. Here's the pitch with Aloy on the move. The pitch is low and no throw to second base from Will Vierling. They give Aloy second, his 9th steal. So you're in the same position that the Hogs had in the 3rd inning. 2nd and 3rd, 2 outs. It was Helfrich that struck out to end that 3rd inning. And now Maxwell ahead 1-0 on Silva. Here's the pitch. A swing and a ground ball to second base. Fielded cleanly by Decker. Maxwell thrown out 4-3, and 2 more runners left in scoring position for the Hogs. Arkansas's left 5 runners on base. 4 of them have been left in scoring position. If you're ready for a timeout from banking frustrations, get Armor Bank into your lineup. You'll experience a whole new game of simplified banking. They have locations all over the state, and they deliver hog-like focus with each play. Put them in Armor Bank. Bottom of the 5th coming up. Hogs 1, Racers nothing. Now a word from Coca-Cola.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp. Refreshing. And ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Welcome back, Hog fans, for more scratching action from the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery. This is looking like a good one.
First appearance of the dime we've seen all season, Tom.
The luck is thick in here tonight. After all that scratching, she's a winner!
The Arkansas Scholarship Lottery. Every day's a chance to win big. Pick up a ticket today. This is winning. Call or text 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
This is Razorback Baseball in the NCAA Tournament. Let's go back to the booth. Here again, Phil Elson.
Well, it's been a very frustrating 5 trips to the plate for the Razorbacks. Even in the 1 inning they scored, they still have runners at 2nd and 3rd base. But Gage Wood has been dominant over 4 innings where he's faced 12 batters, retired all of them, and he has struck out the last 6 Murray State hitters. Wood waiting for Ryder Helfrich to make his way back to the plate. He just jogged over to the Arkansas dugout briefly, put something in his back pocket. 37 strikes on 53 pitches from Gage Wood. 9 Ks out of 12 total batters. It's Decker, Mastoni, and Vierling here in the 5th. They were the 3 outs in a row in the 2nd inning. Righty-lefty to start off with Decker, and Wood starts him low with a slider. Decker's an interesting choice to be a cleanup batter without any home runs this year. Most of his hits are singles. Next pitch, strike with the slider, and Wood. He's got 2 pitches working for him. His fastball's exploding, and he's putting his slider where he wants. Decker's 13 for 36 in the postseason. Next pitch, swing and a miss. Too much on a fastball, strike 2.
Yeah, he's late on that. Well, this dude's hanging all out over the plate, too.
Decker trying to crowd the plate, slide open stance, back foot as deep as he can go. Wood throws high and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Feels a little frustrating on the offensive side. Boy, we're getting those runners on base. We got to do a better job of hunting that slider up.
The wind by Wood. Breaking ball. He struck him out looking. Top of the zone with a slider, his 10th, 7 in a row. This is some Hagen Smith stuff right here, Bubba.
Yeah, he's got him caught in between, Phil. That just when they think the fastball's coming, he locks them up with a curveball, and then on the flip side of it, they start looking slider, throws the fastball by him.
Remember, they struck out half of the batters they faced against Murray State last year. Wood was a small piece of it. Misstoney takes a strike at the bottom. He had a ground out in the second inning.
I'm watching these guys load and stride, and they're still late. Like, they're not in a position to hit. Their front foot's late getting down.
0-1 on Misstoney is outside. Slider, ball one.
Like right there, that's that 92-mile-an-hour cutter away, and his foot got down late.
Misstoney played at Cal State Fullerton the last 2 years. Didn't play much. Now at Murray State. Next pitch from Wood is chopped slowly. Right side of the mound. Wood chasing after it. Gloves it. Takes it himself to the first base bag. One unassisted. And a little bit of a sprint there for Gage Wood.
Piece of cake. Who says pitchers aren't athletes, huh?
Gage Wood's an athlete.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'd say every pitcher's an athlete. Gage Wood certainly is one.
He definitely is one. I don't know if you've given him a hug. It's like hugging an oak tree.
Will Vierling flied out to the warning track in the second inning. Left-hand batter. The pitch is outside. Now, Vierling's got the hardest hit ball, and actually, it would have been a home run at just about any other park than Omaha with the wind in from center. Still blowing in as well. Woods 1-0. Bad swing and a miss on a breaking ball, 1-1.
Yeah, that's a hitter selling out for 97 right there and getting 83.
1-0 Razorbacks, bottom of the fifth, 2 outs, no one on base. The pitch on the way from Wood. The 1-1 is low. 2 balls, 1 strike on Will Vierling. Vierling hitting .316. 29 extra base hits out of his 73 total hits. It does take a massive cut. He's hit 9 straight games as well, and it doesn't swing and miss much. Here's the 2-1. Jammed him, dribbled foul. Took a bounce on the A on the greatest word, on the greatest show in dirt logo on the third base foul grass.
Phil, the reason he's so late on that is the pitch before was a 90-mile-an-hour splitty. Slowed him down and then threw it by him.
Next pitch, 2-2. Strike 3 called. Breaking pitch, strikeout number 11 from Gage Wood. 15 up, 15 down for the Batesville Bruiser. Hogs 1, Murray State nothing with 5 innings complete. You're listening to the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
At Summit Utilities, we're more than just your gas bill. We're also your neighbors, and we're here to help, just like your neighbors do. Account-related questions, aid in setting up a payment plan, or assistance with rebate processing to help you save money on a new water heater. We've got you. At Summit, we're the keepers of the flame, making sure you have hot meals, warm baths, and a cozy home, providing you with energy that's there when and where you need it. Summit Utilities. Comfort delivered.
Our care clinics are your hometown source for primary medical care. Our doctors, nurses, and counselors can help patients of all ages with anything from common colds and immunizations to depression, anxiety, and chronic diseases. Our network includes both home delivery and local pharmacies to fulfill your prescriptions. If you don't have insurance, it's okay. We can help with that too. And no one is turned away. With more than 90 locations in Arkansas, there's a good chance we're in your hometown. Look us up at ourcare.net.
Innings down, Arkansas leading 1-0 over Murray State in what is an unanticipated pitcher's duel. But Isaac Silva has been very good, but Gage Wood has been better. Gage has been perfect over the first 5 innings, striking out 11 of 15 batters. Meanwhile, the Hogs, well, they've been in and out of scoring opportunities against Isaac Silva. So far, just a run-scoring single by Charles Davalon in the 3rd inning. They've left 5 runners on base, 4 of them in scoring position. You have the feeling the Hogs are 1 big hit away from opening things up. Helfrich, Kozel, and Aloy to bat in the 6th inning and hopefully a little bit more. Righties warming up in the pen. Silva winds, deals, and it's low as Helfrich showed bunt. Ball 1. Isaac Silva's made it through 6 innings, 4 games this year. But it's been a while since he's pitched a full 6 innings. Here's the pitch. Helfrich swings, lines a base hit into left field. Talking over to his right, comes on and picks it up. Leadoff single for Ryder Helfrich, just the second leadoff batter to reach base. And he waited on the slider. This is a pitch that he's been missing all game long.
Yeah, that's a good sign right there. Well, we've seen him. This is our 3rd time through the lineup. Boy, after you see a seeker slider guy that many times, you got to get on him.
Cam Kojal batting, and he's 0 for 2 with a ground out and a fly out. That's Graham Kellum warming up in the pen. Bubba, that's their best pitcher. That's the guy they go to in tight games. Third baseman in. Kojal takes a high fastball. Ball 1. Kellum is the guy that's come up huge, especially in the postseason for Murray State. They have 5 wins. He's had a hand in all of them. 4 saves and 1 win of his own. 1-0 on Kojal. Third baseman still in. There goes the runner. Pitches outside. Throw to second base is too high. Helfrich's the 3rd steal of the game.
Phil, I'm telling you, the math just doesn't work. When you're a 1-4-5, 1-4-8 to the plate, you're not going to throw anyone out.
Davalon, Vihiba Aloy, and Ryder Helfrich each with a stolen base today. That's Helfrich's 3rd of the season. And with nobody out, you get a chance to do something here.
I'm surprised to see Silva that slow to the plate. When you're a sinker ball guy, you want that guy at first, not stealing the second.
The 2-0 pitch. Kojal a swing and a fly ball into short right field. Decker out from second base. The right fielder Mercer calls him off, and he'll put out Kojal. Won't move Helfrich up. Got a hold at second base. Kahio Aloy's next, and Kojal's 0 for 3.
Okay, so if you're a left-handed batter right there, I don't want to be too critical, but you have got to get that ball down to the right side. You got to move that runner. That's your job.
Kahio Aloy struck out in the 2nd and flied out in the 4th. It's his first chance with a man on base today. Only has 1 RBI in the postseason and leads the Hogs with 70 for the year. Now would be the moment for Aloy, who hit really well outside of the SEC. 42 of his 70 runs batted in came against non-SEC teams. A flip to first, Helfrich's back. Or pardon me, a flip to second base. Aloy's only 5 for 25 in the postseason. He has shown himself to be streaky, good and bad. Here's Silva's pitch. A low strike 1.
It's a good pitch right there. That's a good take by Kahio. That's not a pitch you want.
Helfrich hit a leadoff single, stole his way to second. Aloy's got room right center. 1 strike pitch moves him inside.
Boy, he missed bad. That's the worst he's missed with that slider.
The wind has shifted a bit. It's no longer blowing straight in from center. A little bit across right to left. Pitch on the way from Silva. Kahio saw the slider well. Ball 2. One nothing in the 6th inning. Hogs have had all the scoring opportunities. How much of a hold on Helfrich? The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Fastball. And he saw it up. Strike 2.
Yep. Top of the zone. He was just a little bit late on. Looked like he's caught in a little bit in between. Looked like he was sitting slider and still swinging fastball.
Just wait for the dam to break against Isaac Silva. He's kept his finger in there all game long. 2-2 pitch on the way, and Aloy takes one inside. Ball 3. Pitch dropped by Vierling just a couple feet away. Silva walked 1 batter so far. He has struck out 5.
Phil, I would say there's about a 95% chance this is a slider right here.
You think Kahio is in the same mindset?
I hope so. I don't think he's listening to the broadcast, though.
Stretch by Silva. 3-2 on Kahio. Ball outside, a walk, and it was a slider. 2 base runners for Iredale. So Silva hadn't even been to 3 balls until the 5th inning. Now it's his second walk of the game.
But Phil, that goes back to Cahillo not swinging at the first pitch down and away, which is what he's trying to get you to do.
Brent Iredale with 2 flyouts, one deep to right, the other straightaway to center. And only 1 RBI in the postseason. 2 runners for Iredale here. Right side a little bit open. The first pitch. Slider for a strike. Now that's a pitch you want to take. It's low in the zone. That's the double play ball.
Right. That's a good take. Once again, there's 2 guys in a row laying off that pitch down.
The second baseman, Decker, a little closer to Helfrich as he leads off second. Cahillo leads off first base. Iredale waiting. Silva throws a 1. Swung on, foul this way. Right to you, Bubba. Booth to our left. Strike 2. One of the radio guys caught it. I guess it's the Murray State broadcast. I didn't see, but he tossed it back into the crowd. Nice job.
Sweet.
Well, I hope that's his one highlight today. Iredale waiting on an 0-2 from Isaac Silva. Head on a swivel looking at second. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 swinging. A 3-pitch strikeout of Iredale. 2 outs.
We had a pitch to hit right there.
The only way that I think I can figure out why there's this many swings and misses on a fastball that's not really, got the kind of velocity is that they're thinking other pitches.
Yeah, I feel like he's sitting slider right there, and he just threw that fastball. He didn't even locate it well.
Big country time. Robinette a double, a run scored, and a strikeout. Righty lefty, 2 on, 2 out. First pitch. It's a strike with a slider.
No, that's a changeup, Phil.
That's a changeup.
Yeah, that's
wow.
the second changeup he's thrown.
It had a little bit of movement, but it just dropped instead of any sideways movement. Helfrich at second, Cahillo and Loy at first, and an 0-1 pitch. Robinette swings and misses. Right down the middle, strike 2. That is center cut, middle of the plate. A lot of chances have fallen by the wayside for the Razorbacks. Robinette takes it high, ball 1.
Yeah, we at some point we got to get that big hit, that one big swing. It's a little too tense right now for me.
Kojal flied out, Iredale struck out. Each had a chance with a man at second. Now there's 2-1 for Robinette. 1-2 is low.
Good take right there by Reese.
Robinette drove in 10 runs in the regular season, 3 in the postseason. Hogs only scored 1 on Saturday. They've got only 1 so far today, but they lead in the 6th inning. The pitch to Robinette. Ball outside. He takes to go full. That is a very close pitch.
That was close.
Now it's money time. Helfrich will run, so will Loy on the upcoming 3-2. They won't hold the runners. Room open left side, and Silva steps off and flips to second base to let the movement simmer.
That might be the worst inside move I've ever seen in the history of baseball.
Yeah, they say do it like you believe it. I'm not sure if he believes in much. And now back to work. Robinette waiting on Silva. There go the runners. Check swing. Strike 3. Slider for the 3rd out of the 6th inning. And this has just turned into an amazingly frustrating day at the plate for the Razorbacks. No runs, 1 hit, and 2 runners stranded. Let's take it into the bottom of the 6th inning. Still 1-0 Arkansas. Now this from your local Ford dealer.
The Hog Call, the siren song of the Cardinal and White. Heard in every corner of Baum Walker Stadium, it's a clear warning for any foe that dares get in their way. Ford knows that strong traditions start with leadership, like Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 48 years straight. Drive F-150, official truck of the Razorbacks, only at your Arkansas Ford dealer. Based on 1977 to 2024 total sales.
What's up, baseball fans? Enjoying the game should be easy. Don't overthink it. What to wear? Done. Just toss on your lucky jersey. Don't know what to serve your friends? Easy. Pick up some burgers for the grill and grab some Bud Light for your pregame tailgate. See? It's that easy. Just like Bud Light, which is always brewed with 4 simple ingredients for a clean, crisp taste. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Razorback fans, this season don't lose out on your home comfort. Bud Anderson Cooling, Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical is the official heating and cooling partner of Arkansas Athletics and has been delivering the highest standards in home comfort across Northwest Arkansas for over 35 years. If you're looking for a great team and elite service from a quality company that cares, you can't miss with our partner Bud Anderson Cooling, Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical. Call 855-GO-CALL-BUD or visit ba-hvac.com/specials to score big this season.
You're listening to Arkansas baseball in the NCAA Division I Baseball Championship. Here again, Phil Elson.
Bottom of the 6th inning now here at Charles Schwab Field. Arkansas leading 1-0 over Murray State. Brought to you as always by Toyota, a proud sponsor of Razorback Athletics. Razorback power, razor sharp style. Visit a local Toyota dealer today. Gage Wood has retired all 15 batters through 5 innings and starts Dan Talkin with a breaking pitch for strike 1. 67 pitches, 46 strikes from Wood, and just 1 run of support. And the guys behind him have to feel frustrated. Here's a ball hit right back at Wood. Gloves it on a bounce. Wasn't the easiest looking play, but looked like Rubberman the way he stretched for it. Easy flip to Robinette for a 1-3 putout. Retiring Talkin. Now it's Charlie Jury. Jury striking out, looking in the 3rd inning. He's now 6 for 32 on the season. 15 of those at-bats finishing on strikes. Wood starts him outside, ball 1. They're going to bring Graham Kellum in for the 7th inning. The right-hander continues to warm up in the pen. And Arkansas, right now, relievers just watching from the shaded spot of the bullpen. The next pitch is a fastball for a strike on Jury. 1-1 on the number 8 batter.
That's such a good fastball right there, Phil. Dude's crowding the plate. He painted that inside corner with 97.
The Hogs with the only 6 hits of this game. And Jury with 6 hits on the year. Wood kicks and deals. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 97 miles an hour on his 70th pitch. The outfield shallow and left. Davlon's way in there. And Thomas a shade towards left field. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 12. And Gage Wood is stacking them up here in Omaha. 12 of 17 batters striking out.
I love it, Phil. Another fastball at top of the zone. If you're a dude that hadn't got many at bats, you don't want to see a Gage Wood fastball at the top.
Connor Cunningham struck out against his fellow Batesvillian in the 3rd inning. Righty-lefty matchup. Iredale up a step at 3rd. The wind and the pitch. Ball outside. 1-0 Arkansas. A run-scoring single by Charles Davalon in the 3rd inning. That's the only run. Razorbacks came into the tournament the 15th highest scoring team in the nation, having trouble scoring here. Here's the pitch. Ball high on Cunningham, 2-0.
He fell behind Cunningham last at bat with the 2-0.
Here's the pitch.
Inside.
3 balls, no strikes, missing.
Ooh, that's a strike.
It looked like it could have been called on the low inside corner. This is the first 3-ball count for Gage Wood since Cunningham got to 3 balls in the 3rd inning. Here's the pitch. Fires in a strike. We're only 2 of 18 batters to get to 3 balls, and it's the same guy as the 9-hitter, Cunningham, who's 4 for his last 24, 10 strikeouts during that time. 3-1 pitch. Fouled into the screen. Strike 2. Cunningham tried to turn on it.
Yeah, he did. Cut it loose right there. That's a good 3-1 hack.
Hogs put the shift on the right side after the second strike. Full count on Connor Cunningham. Wood deals. He struck him out swinging. A baker's dozen. And 2 times through the order, no base runners. Gage Wood is putting on a show on the greatest show on dirt. Hey, the legendary Catfish Hole Restaurant is putting their legendary tomato relish in neighborhood markets all across northwest Arkansas. They're also in Walmart supercenters in the River Valley right now. It's the legendary Catfish Hole's tomato relish. And who knows, there'll be frozen hush puppies maybe next. 6 innings in the books. And Murray State bringing on their relief ace. Arkansas leads 1-0 on the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
Go-Go Squeeze is super excited to be on the field with University of Arkansas athletes. With a variety of deliciously fruity flavors, there's something for the whole Razorback family to enjoy. Go-Go Squeeze offers delicious fruit blend pouches that are gluten-free and nut-free. For active people, Go-Go Squeeze Active Fruit Blend with electrolytes can help replenish some of the essential minerals lost during exercise. Check out our whole line of pantry-friendly fruit and dairy products at most major retailers and online. So grab a Go-Go Squeeze and let's cheer on our Razorbacks together. Go Hogs!
At Mach 1 Financial Group, we're proud to be fiduciary financial advisors. That means we're dedicated to putting your interests first, offering advice that's transparent and tailored to your goals. No hidden agenda, just trusted guidance you can rely on. This year, partner with a team you can trust. Visit Mach1FG.com to connect with one of our fiduciary advisors today. Mach 1 Financial Group, LLC is a registered investment advisor located in Rogers, Arkansas. A copy of Mach 1's current written disclosure brochure is available through the SEC website and at disclosures.mach1fg.com.
Razorbacks 1 and Murray State 0 as we get into the top of the 7th inning. Hey, may never spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. If you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, Edward Jones can help. Visit edwardjones.com and you'll learn more. Edward Jones is a member SIPC. So the new pitcher is Graham Kellum, as expected. You knew you'd have him in the game at some point because this is an elimination game. But Murray State got what they needed from Isaac Silva. 6 solid innings. Controlled the Razorback bats to the tune of 1 run on 6 base hits, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts. And Kellum, he's one of the main reasons that Murray State is even here as the Cinderella of the College World Series. Kellum comes from La Oto, Indiana. He'd been pitching at NAIA, University of St. Francis, the last 2 years. So this is his only season of Division I baseball. He's made 23 appearances, winning 4 games, saving 9. He does have 1 loss. ERA at .440 and batters at .217 against him. Justin Thomas leads off, takes the first pitch low, ball 1. Kellum has been pitching in all the pressure moments for Murray State. Here's the 1-0 to Thomas. Low again. Thomas is 2 for 2 with a pair of infield singles. One that dribbled off the pitcher, another that hit off the third baseman. Davalon and Vihiba Aloy will also meet. And they each have a base hit as well. 2-0, the pitch to Thomas. Right down the middle, strike 1. Kellum is allowed 6 home runs. He's walked 13, struck out 60 in 43 innings. He's also hit 9 batters, so he'll come inside on you. Kellum working on the first base side of the rubber with the right foot. Here's the 2-1. Thomas, a swing, line drive, left field, in for a base hit. Tonkin cuts it off. Thomas thinks about second and holds onto his helmet as he heads back into first base. With his 3rd hit of the game, Thomas came into this one 2 for 21 in the postseason.
Yeah, good job by Justin right there, Phil. Got a fastball above the belt in and smoked that thing to left center.
Arkansas' 7th hit to Murray State's none. 7 runners left on base. Hopefully Thomas won't be an 8th. Davalon, strikeout in the first inning, but since then an RBI single and a walk. Righty-lefty matchup. And a throw to first chasing Thomas back.
This guy's slow to the plate too, Phil. The scouting report has him at 1.35 all the way up to 1.6.
Aiden Jimenez is beginning to throw a football back and forth in the pen. Sometimes that'll mean he's thinking about getting his arm loose to start playing catch with a baseball. The third baseman, Garner's guarding a bunt from Davalon. Stretch throw to first base and sliding back in is Thomas. Now, Silva, the starter, really slow to the plate. What do we know about Kellum and his move?
1.35 all the way up to 1.6.
So you can steal on him.
You can steal on him. Pick the right pitch, especially if you pick that breaking ball. You can take it easy.
Be the shortstop, Cunningham covering. The pitch, ground ball up the middle and into center field past the diving Decker, and there goes Thomas for third base. No throw. Runners in the corners on Davalon's second hit.
Well, sometimes, Phil, you got to have a little luck right there, and Davalon was able to just squeak that by the second baseman, 5 foot to the right, and it's a double play ball.
You know, they had the shortstop, Cunningham, closer to second base than the second baseman, Decker. If Decker's position nearer to the bag like the shortstop was, I mean, that would be a double play ball all the way.
It'd be routine as it gets.
First and third, Vahiba Aloy batting. He's one for 3. The pitch, slider, low, ball 1. This is a different kind of a breaking ball that you saw from Isaac Silva. It's got more curve feel to it. I won't call it a curveball though, but it's got more downward movement.
Yeah, it does. It's a slower pitch, and it's got a lot of break on it, a lot of downward break.
1-0 on Aloy. Throw to first base, chasing Davalon back. I wouldn't be surprised to see Davalon try to steal second base. It would be Decker covering from second. The shortstop, Cunningham, roaming way off. 1-0 Hogs in the 7th. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss by Aloy, and he waved wildly at a slider. 1-1.
What you got to be careful for, Phil, if you're stealing is the line drive double play. You don't want the line drive double play.
I would throw this time safe standing up.
If Aloy doesn't get him in, I bet you Maxwell bunts right here. I bet he does the safety squeeze. Hopefully Aloy can get him in though.
Avalon not running. Aloy swings and misses. Is that a changeup or a breaking ball? That was really slow.
It's just a slow curveball.
And he even tried to wait on it. It looked like he recognized the pitch, was still off with it.
I mean, it's got a huge hump out of his hand. You can see it go up.
Kellum is ready. Here's the 1-2. Aloy, ground ball, base hit down the third base line, scoring Thomas. Davalon headed to third base. The left fielder talking. He picks it up and fires it in. Runners at second and third as Aloy makes it 2-0 Razorbacks.
Gotta love it, Phil. He went back to that slow breaking ball, but he left this one up in the zone, and Vahiba got it just inside that third base bag.
Now you got something brewing in the 7th inning.
But I feel like this dude's stuff plays more into our bats than the other guy. He's got more of a carry fastball. I like this dude.
This has got to be a little bit of an emotional blow to the Racers because Kellum has been their postseason guy on the mound. Infield plays up for Maxwell. Runners at second and third. Maxwell's 0 for 3. Here's the pitch. Curveball low.
Yeah, like right there, Phil, you can see out of his hand he's got that hump. Maxwell saw that all the way.
There's a right-hander warming up for Murray. The only infielder not on the infield grass, the first baseman, Mastoni. He's a step behind the line. Third baseman, Garner's also even with the base. Maxwell takes a fastball strike. 1-1.
Boy, I don't know. Logan must have been sitting off speed there.
That's right there for him, too.
Yeah, that's center cut.
Maxwell's 0 for 7 in Omaha. Things a little bit off for him right now. Kellum throws 1-1. Maxwell swings and misses at a bad curveball. Strike 2. Not a good pitch to swing at. That's not even near the strike zone.
It's all right. Now he's seen it.
Well, it's the same count that Aloy had an RBI double on. 1-2. Third base line wide open for Maxwell. Here's the pitch. A swing and a foul. Very late swing.
Went to the changeup.
Nice catch in the sweet.
Tell you what, the fans brought their A game.
They really did.
That's like 4 for 4 from fans catches.
I think we've had that guy caught the ball with a drink in his hand.
I'm gonna get ready just in case I get one.
Maxwell up here to battle with a count of 1-2. Kellum checks on the runners. Pitch on the way. Swing. Fly ball right field coming on Mercer, and he makes a lunging drop of the ball. He dropped it. Davalon in from third base easily. Eloy holds at second. 3-0 Arkansas.
Phil, it wasn't pretty, but we'll take it. Just a little blooper into right field, but that's a good job by Maxwell with two strikes, just putting the barrel on the ball. The value of that just it can't be overstated. You know what I mean.
You're doing a good job over there.
Thanks, Phil. I appreciate it, buddy.
And a good job by Maxwell to put bat on ball and let something happen. The scorers figuring this out. They've scored an error on the right fielder, Mercer. Still could end up giving a sacrifice fly to Maxwell for a run batted in. And there's a meeting on the mound for Murray State. They're going to take Maxwell out of the ball game and pinch run with Kendall Diggs.
I like it. With it being hot out there, we don't want him to get dehydrated and lose that hammy. I think that's a good move by DVH. Plus, he can bring him in defensively.
Brought to you by UAMS Health. They are the official orthopedics and sports medicine provider for the Razorbacks, and they have locations all across Arkansas. Do what the Hogs do. Trust your care to UAMS Health. So Diggs will take over in right field for the rest of the game.
Phil, what Mercer was trying to do right there, he was trying to position his body to make the throw home, to throw the runner out at third, tagging, and he just, I don't know, he just got tripped up.
First error of the ball game, and it puts two men on with no outs for Ryder Helfrich, who's 1 for 3. Kellum back to work. Tall right-hander delivers, and Helfrich shows bunt. Got it down third base. Garner charges gloves, throws off balance against Helfrich, but a nice bunt by Ryder. Moves him up, Eloy to third, Diggs to second for Kozel.
Yeah, that's a perfect sac bunt, and actually a really good play over there by the third baseman.
Going to put some pressure on this Murray State infield again. Coming all the way in for Cam Kozel, who's 0 for 3. Do you bunt again, or you let him swing away?
I think you bunt. If that third baseman, look where he's playing.
He's off the line. He's at the cut of the grass. Here's the pitch. No bunt. Inside, ball 1. Kozel's 1 for 6 for the College World Series.
I mean, that third baseman's way off the line, so you can get a huge lead at third.
I mean, you drop a bunt on the third base line, that's not a squeeze, that's a single.
Yeah, you're right. Surprised their defensive alignment right here.
Stretch by the righty. Kozel swings and fouls it away.
But, you know, a lot of times Dave will get him one pitch like that, and then he'll go to the bunt. He'll give him one chance to drive him in.
I think if Kozel was swinging the kind of bat that we had seen over the most of the season, you'd certainly have him swinging away. Things can change a bit here. Next pitch, way outside, ball 2.
Well, he wasn't squaring.
They're trying to take one away up the middle. The shortstop Cunningham is playing directly in front of second base on the grass. They got the second baseman Decker up to the cut of the grass, and Garner off the third base line, way off, about 20 feet. First baseman back a step. Here's the pitch. Kozel swings late, fouls it back, strike 2.
Left a changeup up right there. The reason I thought Dave might bunt right there is because lefty's hit 169 against this dude. Righty's hit 269.
Why do you think he's got the reverse splits?
He's got pretty good changeup. Of course, the changeups he's thrown so far, he's left them all up. It's usually got a lot of deep fade to it, to the arm side.
They set up Kozel with Helfrich's sacrifice, and it's a 2-2 pitch. Ball outside. The count's full with Kuhio waiting on deck.
Phil, I don't think they're going to give anything Kozel. They're not giving anything good with first base open here.
2 runs home in the 7th. Hogs up 3-0. Kozel waiting on a 3-2 pitch. Fastball for strike 3 call on the inside corner. Big second out that Kellum gets. Now it's Kuhio Aloya. The Hogs need a base hit.
Yeah, that's a huge out right there. I'm really kind of surprised they pitched to him. Of course, it worked out great.
So an 0 for 4 for Kozel. Aloy's 0 for 2 with a strikeout, a flyout, and then took Silva's last walk last inning. Second and third for Kuhio-Aloy, still looking for that elusive second RBI in the postseason. First pitch is right down the middle with a change. Strike one. Actually, not right down the middle. It's on the outside corner. Good pitch.
Yeah, he painted that corner. That's the best changeup he's thrown.
0-1. Dribbled foul. Curveball tapped there by Aloy. 0-2.
Phil, what's crazy on that curveball? We're way up here. You can still see the hump out of his hand on that breaking ball. Almost like a hook shot.
Well, there's two big runs out there for Kuhio-Aloy. Just find a spot where they ain't. Graham deals. Fastball is a little bit high. That's a tough one to take on 0-2.
That is tough. Honestly, I think Kuhio was just sitting off speed. I think that really kind of froze him.
Just been waiting for a big base hit. You've had one this inning. It was Vahiva's RBI double. Now his brother swings, chops, foul down the third base line. The count's still 1-2.
He went back to the changeup again. Once again, let that thing belt high over the middle.
Hogs bullpen absolutely silent for right now. Gage Wood ready to go out for the 7th inning. Is he going to have a 3-run lead? Will it be 4? Will it be 5? It's up to Kuhio to help answer the question. 2-2. Swing, fly ball, right field. Mercer on the move to his right. One step makes the catch, and that's the end of the 7th. The Razorbacks score 2 runs on 3 base hits. There was one rather large error. 2 more runners stranded. The 7th inning stretch is presented by Kubota. Get home run deals to stretch your savings right now during Kubota's Orange Days. You can go to Arkansas, KubotaDealers.com, and find your local Kubota dealer. Razorbacks lead 3-0 as Gage Wood takes the ball for the 7th inning after this from UAMS Health.
My name is Trevor Brazil. I'm a power forward for the Arkansas Razorbacks. The fan base is crazy in a good way. They always bring energy. We would struggle in games without them. As soon as I got injured, I knew I was probably going to have to, get some type of surgery. Immediately I just kind of put all my trust in UAMS. Knowing that we have doctors always around during the game, it makes you feel good because, if anything happens, they're always right there.
UAMS Health, the official orthopedics and sports medicine provider for Razorback Athletics.
Hi, Phil Elson here, the voice of Razorback Baseball, to tell you about the unbeatable quality at Harps Food Stores. From farm fresh produce to the finest cuts in the meat department, Harps delivers nothing but the best. Whether you're prepping for a tailgate or doing your weekly grocery run, Harps has you covered, and their friendly staff makes shopping a breeze. Razorback fans, for quality you can trust, there's only one place, Harps Food Stores. Discover their incredible selection today. Harps, hometown fresh.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Arkansas. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the express written consent of the University of Arkansas and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the University of Arkansas.
Gage Wood's got a little more breathing room here, but it's the Murray State hitters that haven't had any time to breathe. He's mowed right through them. 18 up, 18 down, 13 strikeouts to make it to the 7th inning with a 3-0 lead. And it's Jonathan Hogart to begin the 7th inning against Gage Wood. Only 78 pitches to make it this far. Here's pitch number 79. Hogart hits a high fly ball down the left field line. It goes foul. Babylon giving a look, but that's well foul. And into the seats for strike one on the most dangerous hitter for this Murray State Ball Club this year, Jonathan Hogart. He's 0 for 2. The step back, the kick, and the pitch. Inside, 1-1 on Hogart. Dustin Mercer and Carson Garner also due up. Hogs going to get a pitcher up in the pen just in case. And it looks like nobody's warming up. They're just playing catch with the football again. Here's the pitch to Hogart. A little bit away, but that should be strike 2 on Trackman.
Oh, yeah, he missed that one.
plate umpire Brian DeBrouwer has called a very good game today.
Yeah, he has.
Hasn't given strikes that aren't deserved. This is the first one he's taken away from Wood. Here's the 2-1 pitch, and Hogart jab, pop-up foul, first base side, just going to make the seats. Well, that fan didn't make the catch, Bubba. Somebody missed it, dropped right into a guy.
Must be an Ole Miss fan visiting.
Can't tell. Fans have been on for their catches today. 2-2 to Jonathan Hogart, leading off the 7th inning. Wood deals. He struck him out swinging. Fastball at 97. He's lost nothing this far.
Perfect location, too. That's the thing. Boy, he's hammering the top of that zone. I love it.
Wood struck out 7 batters in a row. From the 3rd inning to the 5th inning, he's now struck out 3 in a row. Mercer has struck out twice. Lefty. First pitch. A strike at the top. Iredale had come up a step at 3rd in case Mercer tried to bunt. But nobody's tried yet. You think they will? Just to try something?
I don't know. Who knows? Tough to bunt that pitch if you can't hit it.
0-1 is high. Ball and a strike on Dustin Mercer.
Phil, I did see a Tennessee fan today walking down the street, and I almost asked him, hey, what time y'all play? And then I thought, well, we better win a couple games first before I start popping off.
1-1 on Mercer. Late swing and a foul. Strike 2. Look at you holding back.
Yeah, are you proud of me? Is that maturity?
I don't know if it's that I'm proud of you. I think something might be wrong with you. You feeling okay? Did you have something to eat yesterday that might have gone sour on you? What happened to Bubba?
I had a big steak last night.
1-2, Mercer takes outside, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. I had a steak last night, too, but it'll be the only one. I had the meat sweats at 2:30 in the morning. We don't need that again.
I'm not sure I'm going to Google that. Meat sweats.
2-2 to Mercer. Wood deals. Foul ball up into the sweets. Meat sweats. You know, you eat a lot of meat, and the next thing you know, you're sweating. I mean, it's pretty straightforward.
I don't get the meat sweats.
Well, lucky you. I got him. Once this week. That's all I need. Wood throws 2-2. Ground ball to Lloyd, shortstop. Up 2 steps. Gloves the second bounce. The throws on the money, and there's 2 outs in the 7th.
Tell you what, the defense hadn't had to do much.
That's the first time Vahiva Aloy has even needed a glove.
Yeah.
Let's see. Justin Thomas hasn't had anything come his way. Charles Davalon's had nothing come his way. Nothing for Iredale. 1 play for Kojal. 1 play for Aloy. A couple made by Wood. And a whole bunch of strikeouts, including 2 on Carson Garner, who bats here. First pitch, ground ball, first base. Nice play. Robinette took it to the bag himself. Hard hit ball. He took a step to his left. Bat hop, stayed with it. 3 unassisted. Gage Wood has set down the first 21 batters of the game. We'll go to the 8th. It's a 3-0 Arkansas lead over Murray State in Omaha on the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
From your favorite drive-thru coffee to the iced tea from the hotel lobby, many of the beverages you enjoy every day come from Arkansas's own West Rock Coffee Company. As the official sponsor of the Razorbacks, West Rock Coffee fuels our team and customers all over the world. We are the trusted provider of coffee, tea, flavors, extracts, and ingredients to the brands you love, and we are dedicated to making a difference. Learn more about West Rock Coffee's global impact at westrockcoffee.com.
I am Renata Jenkins-Byler, the 3rd generation of the Roller family. After the 2023 tornado, my family-owned business made a heartfelt promise to our community to rebuild and restore Roller Chenal Funeral Home. Our families deserve to see this cornerstone of comfort be brought back to life. The families we serve in the future deserve the experience that only my Roller family can provide. I am proud to have kept our promise. Roller Funeral Homes, dedicated to serving your family with all our respect.
Razorbacks in the College World Series brought to you in part by the Arkansas Ford dealers and the Ford F-150. Like the Razorbacks, this truck has a strong tradition. It's earned by outstanding capability and smart features like a mobile generator. That's how to create a legacy, and the official truck of the Razorbacks. Graham Callum's back on the mound. We'll get the 8th inning going here. 3-0 Arkansas. The Hogs out hitting Murray State 9-zip. Murray with the only error of the ball game. And the story is Gage Wood. He just completed his 7th inning on 90 pitches, 14 strikeouts, which is a new College World Series record for an Arkansas pitcher. You'd love some more runs. You got a couple against Graham Kellum in the 7th inning. He's back for the 8th. Iredale, Robinette, and Thomas are due. Brent fouls the first pitch off the instep of his foot. And an 0-1 count to start the 8th inning.
That's why he's got that big old pad on that left foot.
The 0-1 on Iredale. There's a high fly ball to deep right center. Mercer's on the move, and he'll get there. He'll make the catch for the first out. That's the second ball that Iredale's really hit hard to right field that the wind has knocked down. This one did make it about a step on the track, and he's 0 for 4.
It's hard to believe that ball only went 352 feet.
Reese Robinette was the first run of the ball game. Doubled in the 3rd, scored on Charles Davalon's single. Since then, Robinette has struck out twice. Righty-lefty matchup. The kick and the pitch outside. Straight up outfield, infield a little bit of the right for Robinette. 1-0. Fouled off the catcher.
What with the changeup?
ESPN's camera is just focused on Gage Wood right now, Bubba. They're just watching him in the dugout. He is all by himself. No one's even talking to him. 1-1. Inside on Robinette, ball 2. The 2-1 on the way. Breaking ball strike.
Oh, that's off the plate a little bit.
And Robinette's so good seeing breaking pitches. I thought he saw that one very well. Would not have been one he swings at. Got to protect, though, here on 2-2. You got Thomas on deck. He's 3 for 3. Here's the pitch. Sliders in for strike 3, and Robinette has struck out 3 in a row. 2 down in the Arkansas 8th, and JT is next.
I tell you what, Kellum just painted that outside corner with that slow breaking ball.
It's a good curveball.
Yeah.
You don't see that fashion of a curveball too often now.
No, you don't.
That's the one you could call the Uncle Charlie, right?
The old Uncle Charlie, that's right. And boy, it just broke around that outside corner and clipped the corner.
3 singles for Thomas, a run scored. The first pitch, Kellum misses down and away. Best curveball you ever faced?
Kerry Wood.
Oh,
it's not even close.
1-0 on Thomas. The pitch, low, ball 2.
He would throw a breaking ball, Phil, at the top of the zone, and it would end up at your ankles. It was unbelievable.
Of course, that went along with a 100-mile-an-hour fastball.
Yeah.
Unfair. 2-0 on Thomas. Kellum's pitch. He's caught the dirt. Ball 3. Did you ever have an at-bat against Greg Olson? Remember the former Orioles closer?
I did not. I didn't face him.
He had one of those curveballs, too.
I faced Brantley, the closer for the Phillies.
Yeah.
Took him deep, Phil.
Of course you did. The 3-0 on Thomas. There's a strike on the inside.
Halfway up the foul pole. Right field.
If I got a chance to call one of your home runs, I'd have called it off the pole, whatever you wanted me to call it. You're the only one I didn't. You're not a player anymore, though, so you don't get that option.
What if I take BP?
3-1 pitch. Thomas, a swing and a foul to the right of our booth. Man, it's been one to our left, one to our right. One's coming here at some point.
Oh, Butterfingers.
Flipper?
Yeah, Flipper. Look, his wife, she wants to just get up and leave.
Look at that kid. He brought a catcher's mitt with him to the ballpark. I love it. There's going to be like 5 catcher's mitts in this park. 3-2 to Thomas. Swing, line drive, base hit over the second baseman. A 4th hit for Thomas today. It'll be a single. Hogard cuts it off, fires it back in. Have yourself a day, Justin Thomas Jr.
Such a great piece of hitting right there. That's a changeup outside corner on the black, and boy, he stayed on it.
You got to bring him around, though. He steals this inning, don't you think?
Oh, he's probably going to steal in the first couple of pitches. Then Davalon's going to drive him in.
Davalon, he's made 1 out, a first inning strikeout, 2 singles and a walk since. Hogs are 3 for 3 stealing bases. Thomas already has 1. They'd have the shortstop Cunningham covering. The lead by Thomas. Davalon waits on Kellum. Here he goes. He slipped. The pitch is a strike. They throw to second base. Let's slide the tag out. Thomas slipped. That 1 split second cost him.
And that's the best throw the catcher's made all day. Put it right on the bag. But that slip killed him.
No runs, 1 hit, and none left for the Razorbacks. Brought to you by Roller Funeral Homes. They don't just serve the community, they're an integral part of it with commitment that extends beyond services offered. It's reflected in every community event they sponsor, every initiative they support, and the compassionate presence they maintain in our daily lives. As we go into the last of the 8th inning, and Gage Wood's back on the mound with a 3-0 lead over Murray State. Now this from Saracen Casino Resort.
Make every day an epic day while driving your new Nissan Armada from Trotter Nissan and Saracen Casino Resort. This top-of-the-line Platinum Reserve Edition is a dream drive for wherever your adventure takes you. And you can win this premium SUV from Saracen Casino this month. Play today for your chance at winning Nissan's Armada Platinum Reserve that will take you everywhere and anywhere in style.
Saracen Casino Resort, Vegas, Arkansas style.
Gambling problem? Call 800-GAMBLER.
With Toyota's versatile SUVs, you'll be ready for any adventure, no matter who you're adventuring with. Bringing your furry co-pilot along? The RAV4's Power Pack Performance is bound to spark some zoomies. Right, buddy? Going out on the town with your partner in crime? Scoop them up in the Corolla Cross. Its sleek design will make up for the fact that you're always fashionably late. No matter who you're rolling with, there's a Toyota SUV fit just for you. Visit your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota is a proud sponsor of Razorback Athletics. Razorback power, razor sharp style. Toyota, let's go places. See packages and options at toyota.com for feature availability.
This is Razorback baseball in the NCAA tournament. Let's go back to the booth. Here again, Phil Elson.
Gage Wood's back on the mound here for the 8th inning. 21 up, 21 down, and a 3-0 Arkansas lead. With the 4, 5, 6 batters getting a third look at Gage Wood, it's Dom Decker first. 90 pitches, 61 strikes for the Batesville native Gage Wood. The Rooster, as we've called him a few times, has brought the sun with him. He fires on Decker. Low. Decker's been caught looking twice. 2 of Gage's 14 strikeouts. Kendall Diggs is the new right fielder after pinch running for Logan Maxwell. The 1-0 from Wood. Swing and a miss for Decker. Decker's even trying to shorten his swing and still is coming up empty.
Well, look where that pitch is, Phil. That's just dotted at the top of the zone. Just nothing these guys can do against that.
Wood zeroes in. Here's a 1-1. Decker takes it high.
Oh, come on. You got to call that.
It's a little bit off the plate, but a pitch that's really, really close.
Yeah, he's called that a couple of times. I mean, that's a half-inch off the plate.
2-1 on Dom Decker beginning the Murray State 8th inning. Here's the pitch. A foul off the left side.
We just reared back 97 right down the middle. Strength on strength right there.
The 2-2 to Decker.
That hit him.
And hit his back foot. Slider off the back foot. First base runner for Murray State comes to start the 8th inning on a hit by pitch. It's a tough one for Wood. It's only his 3rd hit batter of the year. The Hogs are going to They still have Jimenez watching from the bullpen. He was playing catch with a football earlier. He's watching. The first base runner means it's the first time Wood works from the stretch. Luke Mistone's the batter. He's 0 for 2. First pitch is in for a strike. Starts him with a slider.
Boy, I hate it, Phil. He was trying to back leg that slider and just bit off a little too much.
Mistone's grounded out twice. Once to Kojal, once to Wood. Short lead for Decker at first. Wood sets. 0-1 pitch on Mistone. Swing, ground, and a little looper foul. Dropped it to first base coach.
Boy, he jammed him bad on that. That's 96 inside corner.
This Murray State team averaged 7 strikeouts a game this year. They're 2 times that total today. And Wood ahead of Mistone, 0-2. The stretch, the pitch, a pop-up. It's behind the plate for Helfrich. Ryder walks over the College World Series logo. One-handed catch. And Mistone's 0 for 3. He's the only batter who hasn't struck out at least once. The next batter is Will Veerling.
Phil, that's a gutsy pitch right there. An 0-2 cutter on the inside corner.
Haven't seen too many cutters today from Wood. It's been the slider and the fastball.
I want to say 2, maybe 3 at the most.
Veerling hit a drive that was caught on the track in the second inning and struck out looking in the 5th. Righty-lefty match. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 3-0 Hogs leading Murray State in the 8th. 6 o'clock tonight. It's LSU and UCLA. The winner of this game gets the loser of that game tomorrow night at 6. Coastal Carolina moved on to the winner's bracket earlier. Pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 2 on Veerling.
Well, he got him to chase right there. That's 97 off the plate.
Coastal beat Oregon State 7-4 last night, or 6-2 last night, pardon me. And Louisville ended Arizona's season. Oregon State and Louisville tomorrow. Pitch on the way. He struck him out swinging. Veerling with a 3-pitch strikeout. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. 15 Ks for the Rooster.
0-2 fastball once again, top of the zone, Phil.
Parker Coyle is warming up with a baseball now, and Aiden Jimenez will begin to do the same. Dan Talkin, the left-handed left fielder, is 0 for 2. Strikeout, comebacker so far. Deckers at first got hit by a pitch. Hogs up 3-0, and Wood throws. Talkin swings and misses.
Still 97 after 101 pitches.
Wood from the belt. The 0-1. Swing and a miss.
Phil, if he can hit that spot again, he'll get him.
Threw a fastball up. Razorback players on the top step, hyping up the crowd. Razorback fans are on their feet. And Talkin has timeout called. The plate umpire, DeBrawrare, signaling out to Wood. He just shouted out to Gage. He told him, "Look at me." Not exactly sure what that was about from Brian DeBrawrare. If timeout is called by the batter.
You know what? There's no ice in Gage Wood. He might throw this pitch 105.
You hear those Arkansas players in the dugout. Wood listening to the pitch comm. He's got the sign. 0-2. The pitch to Talkin is fouled into the screen. 98. This is easily the most pitches Gage Wood has thrown in his career. 89 pitches to go 6 innings against Creighton in the clincher of the Fayetteville Regional. He's pitched beautifully as the Hogs try to stay in Omaha, at least for another day. 0-2 to Talkin. He struck him out swinging. The Rooster Crows in Omaha. 16 strikeouts, 8 no-hit innings. 3-0 Arkansas, 8 innings in the books. This is the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Friends at Shelter Insurance, of course, they present the Battle Line rivalry. Football season's coming up, and the Razorbacks and the Missouri Tigers in Fayetteville this year for the 12th version of the Battle Line rivalry, thanks to Shelter Insurance. Well, I know we're all wondering right now. The Hogs will bat in the 9th inning. Do you leave Gage Wood in for the 9th? Right now, nobody's standing on a mound in the bullpen. And we saw during the inning break, ESPN showed Gage in the dugout. Guys are talking to him, but nobody was shaking his hand. There weren't any hugs. It didn't look like anybody said they're going to take him out of the game.
Yeah, I think it looks like to me they're going to leave him in, Phil. And there's no one throwing. But if he was coming out of the game, he'd be getting hugs.
105 pitches for Gage Wood. Davalon begins the 9th with a swing and a miss at a Graham Kellum curveball. Davalon was batting when Thomas got caught stealing to end the 8th inning. And Charles is 2 for 3 with a pair of singles. A run batted in, a run scored, a steal, a walk. Kellum's 3rd inning of work. 0-1, tap foul, another curveball to Davalon, strike 2. And right now, Kellum is in curveball mode. He's going to that pitch more than anything else.
Yeah, he's mixing the curveball and change really well.
They have a pitcher up in the pen, a right-hander. It looked like the Hogs were about to empty the chamber against Kellum in the 7th inning, but he worked out of it, allowing just 2 runs. Davalon stays alive, swats the 0-2 pitch foul to the seats.
Phil, there's 2 ways to look at it. You can look at it and say, okay, we've got a lot of games left to play here in Omaha. You can also look at it and say, hey, this is a once-in-a-lifetime thing, you know? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. The next one to Davalon.
It's outside.
Curve outside.
You know, and there's a bunch of scouts down there just drooling in the stands.
I just don't know. Is there anything that would happen in the 9th inning that would change their mind about Gage Wood after the first 8 innings?
No, not if they know anything about the game of baseball.
1-2. Davalon strikes out for a second time. Change up outside. 1 out of the 9th inning.
You don't see Davalon take a lot of swings like that. He was full bat on that changeup.
So if they were going to use a reliever for the bottom of the 9th, Bubba, somebody would be up right now and throwing. And it looks like someone is about to walk on the mound.
No, they don't even have a glove on.
Nope, it was just somebody walking back to the bench. No, they're going to bring Wood back for the 9th inning. Vihiba Aloy 2 for 4 with a run-scoring double in the 7th. Here's the pitch. Kellum's fastball is outside. Hogs lead 3-0. When you get to the 9th inning, 8, 9, and 1 are due for Murray State. Jury, Cunningham, and Hogarth. Aloy takes a fastball strike, 1-1. Kendall Diggs would bat next. Now Aloy, a swing and a curveball, ground ball shortstop fielded by Cunningham. The throw gets Aloy. 2 outs in the 9th, and here's Diggs for his first at-bat.
Once again, he went back to that slow breaking ball, 72 miles an hour.
Kendall's 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the postseason.
I'd love to see Kendall get a hit in the College World Series.
Well, he gets a hero's welcome from the Razorback fans. Diggs on the year, 10 for 62, 161 average, 2 home runs, righty-lefty, and no one on base. Kellum turns and throws. Kendall takes a strike with a fastball.
Oh, that was right down the middle.
Diggs pinch ran for Maxwell in the 7th inning after Maxwell's fly ball was dropped by Dustin Mercer, resulting in a sac fly error, and the Hogs, as of now, last run. Diggs takes strike 2 on the inside, 0-2 count. Now the 0-2 is high and inside on Diggs.
Boy, that's close right there. That actually nipped the top part of the zone.
Bright sunshine on the field, no shadows from the stands. Diggs takes away, goes to 2-2.
How awesome would it be if you hit a bomb right here, Phil?
I'd love it. Gonna better hit it to left field though.
Or crush it. He better ate a steak last night. You're going to get it out to right.
And no meat sweats. The 2-2 pitch to Diggs. Strike 3 swinging. Changeup will end the 9th inning for the Razorbacks. 3 up, 3 down. Hey, make plans for football season. Stay at the Candlewood Suites. Great for short-term or long-term stays. Candlewood Suites right off I-49 at the MLK exit. There's discounts online at hogrooms.com. The Hogs fans rise for Gage Wood. He's taken the mound for the 9th inning and a 3-0 Arkansas lead over Murray State. Stay with us after this from Summit Utilities.
Summit Utilities is proud to be a part of your community, and helping you save energy is important to us. That's why we offer a variety of rebates and energy-saving programs so you can do more and spend less. From your business to home, we've got you covered. Water heaters, furnaces, food service equipment, commercial and industrial systems. Yes! Save on all of it. Visit summitutilities.com to learn about our energy-saving programs.
The Hog Call, the siren song of the Cardinal and White. Heard in every corner of Baum Walker Stadium, it's a clear warning for any foe that dares get in their way. Ford knows that strong traditions start with leadership, like Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 48 years straight. Drive F-150, official truck of the Razorbacks, only at your Arkansas Ford dealer. Based on 1977 to 2024 total sales.
Boy, it feels like we're on the edge of a needle here as we start the 9th inning for Gage Wood on the bottom of the 9th. Wood has allowed 1 base runner in 8 innings, a hit by pitch in the 8th. 16 strikeouts out of 25 batters faced. And just a little bit of hard contact. He'll face a pinch hitter, Nico Bermeo, to start the 9th. Connor Cunningham on deck, then Jonathan Hogart. Bermeo is usually the DH, but he came on the bench to start today. Charlie Jury instead started. He was 0 for 2. Bermeo's hitting .290 for the year, right-handed batter. Gage Wood ready with his 106th pitch. And it's fouled into over the screen. Strike 1. Bermeo is 0 for 3 against UCLA. No hits in his last 12 at-bats. The wind by Wood, the 0-1. Chopped foul, strike 2.
Good cutter right there.
Gone to the cutter a little bit more in the last 2 innings. How many splitters have you seen? 1, 2?
2 splitters so far.
0-2 on Bermeo. The wind and the pitch.
Nope.
It's a high fastball.
It's a good take by that dude right there coming off the bench.
Talk about maintaining your stuff. 97 on his 108th pitch. The next one is 109. 1-2 on Nico Bermeo, beginning of the 9th inning. Pitch on the way. Jammed him and fouled back.
Perfect fastball right there, Phil. 97 inside corner.
Parker Coyle and Aiden Jimenez are getting loose in the pen if needed. This will be the 5th pitch to Bermeo. 2-2. Hit him.
No. First
Got him on the left elbow. You hear Brian DeBrauer signaling to first base. The Hogs were wondering if he might have moved his elbow into the path of the pitch. Dave Van Horn signals that to DeBrauer, and this is going to go to review.
I don't think so, Phil. I think that's far enough off the plate in.
Arkansas is challenging a call, a hit by pitch. This play is under further review.
So what this goes to is if he moves in, if they see that he moved in, it's going to be a strike and he's going to be out. It's a breaking pitch.
Oh,
there was a little bit of a movement.
He made a slight move to the ball.
What I think he's trying to do is turn his body a little bit so where it looks like the elbow is getting out of the way, but he forgot to do the get out of the way part.
You know what? I don't think they're going to review it.
I don't think they're going to change it either. We're just kind of looking at something for hope here. We'll put the tying run on deck if this hit-by-pitch stands. And that tying run would be Jonathan Hogard, who's their leading power hitter. This is taking a bit of a time for something that may not be cut and dry. Any movement of the batter towards the path of the pitch could be called. He didn't really lean into it. It was kind of more like the ball found his elbow as he moved. Remember, it's also a curveball, not a fastball.
I mean, the thing about it, Phil, it's tough because when you look in slow motion, a hitter's natural movement.
After further review, the batter's going to be out for being attempted.
Wow!
Oh, my goodness.
Strike 3 on Nico Bermeo being called for moving towards the pitch. Oh, my goodness. Dan Skirka wants an explanation, but he's going to talk to the umpires. The explanation he needs to get would be from the people back in the review center. They're the ones who make the call. Oh, my goodness.
Phil, that's not a good call, but I'll take it. There was one in last night's Coastal Carolina game where a dude got hit, and I disagreed.
That's an amazing call. And more than anything, I think it's just amazing that the call was reversed.
Right.
So it's strikeout number 17 for Gage Wood.
You know, last night the Coastal Carolina coach started to argue, and they said no, get back in the dugout. They wouldn't even let him argue, and I'm surprised they're letting Skirkin come out and argue that, because it's not these guys. They're not making the call.
He has tied the school record for single-game strikeouts, 17. Hagan did it last year. Jess Todd did it in 2007. Neither of those two games were here in Omaha. Connor Cunningham, the number 9 batter, 2 strikeouts and 2 at-bats. Hogs up 3-0. Wood winds up. Cunningham takes a strike on a fastball.
Like it. Painted the top of that corner. Top of the zone.
A 1. High and outside.
Phil, you can see he's starting to lose a little bit of snap on that breaking ball, but boy, his fastball still has life.
Here's the 1-1 on Connor Cunningham. A little bit outside, 2 balls and a strike. That's another breaking pitch. You can see it's coming a little flatter now.
Yeah. Doesn't quite have the break it had couple innings ago.
113 pitches, the most a Razorback has thrown, and gosh, it must be 3 years. 2-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Still has 96. Iredale goes across the infield, 3-man shift on the right with a 2-2 count, and Jonathan Hogard on deck. The wind, the pitch. He struck him out swinging. A new school record, 18. And on the doorstep of history. Jonathan Hogarth standing between Gage Wood and perhaps the greatest game ever pitched at Arkansas. 3-0 lead in Omaha. 2 outs, 9th inning, and Hogarth is 0 for 3. The wind, the pitch, high.
So incredible. Still 97 after 116 pitches.
Everybody at this ballpark is standing. They're all up on their feet. Are you? Here's the 1-0 to Hogarth. Swinging a foul. 1 ball, 1 strike.
I'm feeling good.
Sounded like I heard the plate umpire say, I'm feeling woozy. Somebody said that. Not the time to be feeling woozy. Here's Woods, 1-1 pitch. Hogarth takes strike 2.
98, Phil.
One out away from something that's much bigger than a win in Omaha. The 1-2 pitch. He struck him out swinging. Gage Wood no-hits him, and the Hogs win it 3-0. The greatest game ever pitched at the University of Arkansas. Here in downtown Omaha, Gage Wood throws a no-hitter and completes the game with 19 strikeouts, his last 5. They're coming out to mob Gage Wood, who pitched the game of his life. And simply put, Bubba, can you believe what you've seen?
Phil, it's unbelievable, buddy. I've never seen anything like that. Just the utter dominance from start to finish of this game. I mean, they just had no answer for him. 97 on the last pitch of the game, 119 pitches in. It's incredible.
Gage Wood told this team, I got you guys. I'm putting you on my back, and they're going to remember me forever in this city. Gage Wood has thrown the 14th no-hitter in the history of Arkansas baseball. He's the first pitcher to throw a complete game no-hitter at Arkansas in 24 years.
Unbelievable, Phil. Unbelievable.
In a season filled with incredible moments, this one stands atop of all of them. Gage Wood completes a 9-inning complete game no-hitter at the grandest stage of them all in college baseball. 119 pitches. They're never going to forget the name Gage Wood.
Philly's going to hug his teammate over there. His Batesville, well, they weren't teammates, but his Batesville partner.
What an absolutely amazing day for the Arkansas Razorbacks. And they also live to fight another day at least here in the College World Series with a 3-0 win. This one belongs to the Razorbacks, and it really belongs to Gage Wood. Stay with us for the Arbor Bank 10th Inning Show. This is Arkansas Baseball from Learfield.
When you share the story of your summer vacation, will people lean in or tune out? When you tell them you spent one morning in a 4-story treehouse and that afternoon at the world's largest indoor Tesla coil, you'll have their